8 years?
8 years. Yeah.
And you guys are
Where's
now...
your ring?
She hasn't proposed yet. I mean,
wow.
She hasn't-
no, all right.
Years, man.
Guys, look.
I proposed
may,
after 5 months. Maybe that's why it didn't work out.
Well, that's another, yeah.
I may work. Wait, what did you say?
5
Keep going.
months.
This show is about you,
Years.
Jack, not about me.
So,
Act.
all right, yeah, dance monkey. All right, so, all right, so I'm hosting Kaba, right? And so,
People aren't gonna understand what's going on. All right, so
right.
how was the come on?
You have a good laugh, too.
I hate this laugh, dude.
Oh, it's a great
I
laugh.
appreciate that.
You are
Thank
very
you.
self-deprecating.
Really? Yeah, a little too much. That's something I'm working on
Not
in
like
therapy.
No.
Yeah.
Right, we all are.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But
You're
like,
not?
Have you seen
Imre.
my set?
yeah.
I
You're
have,
like, yeah, I
that
am
is-
awesome.
I have reasonably leveled expectations of myself. and
Well, see,
everything else.
that's what I don't know.
You took notes and they put notes on your hand?
Oh yeah, I need to put on my time card. Yeah.
Not here.
It's a little trick I learned from Luik.
Nice.
All right.
right.
You guys ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3. That was pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good for white people. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
No rhythm.
No, but you have rhythm, Flo.
I do.
We have
I
rhythm.
do.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back, or I don't know when we're going to release this. But welcome to the Psst, Did You Hear That podcast with me, Imre, Mehesz, and
Flo Funny, also known as Gringa Loca.
Gringa Loca. And we are welcoming today Jack Putnam. Woo!
Ooh, thanks for coming.
Thanks,
All
guys.
right. Like we never left.
Thank you very much for coming out.
Damn. It's good to be here. It's really weird to go from not recording to recording. I'll be honest.
No, and so I used to start like 10 minutes before, so we just flow right into it.
Yeah.
But because of the new equipment, I'm like, I gotta try it, you know.
I get that.
Time
Yeah.
Plus, this is battery powered. Not instead of I cannot put it on the outlet. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it can die at any minute. So if you see the red going out, I have to replace the batteries, and we have to pick it up every laptop. This
Dude.
is great though.
the like all the equipment shit of like the side of comedy, like I don't know, like I just seeing that I'm like, even though that's like a simplified version of the board you showed me, I'm still like, I have no idea. Like it's gonna take me forever to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jimmy's, I guest hosted Kava for Jimmy, and he showed me how
Oh, yeah.
like the speaker worked, and I was like, I literally have to take a video of this because I'm not gonna know. Like, and then all it is like plug in, turn on.
Yeah.
Like-
No, I totally get that. Like if you are not naturally inclined to technology, and it's me with cars. My godfather is a car mechanic. Is whatever. My dad always knew about cars. Guess every time I have to replace a windshield wiper, a light bulb, I have to go to them again.
A
What is
windshield
it?
wiper? for real?
AutoZone or whatever.
They do it for you, yeah.
Yeah, and it's usually a woman who is doing it. And I'm like
Oh.
standing there. I'm like, oh my god, my dad is not gonna save me.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna show him this that I can't change a windshield. One time I tried to replace a windshield wiper on my Prius, and I broke off a piece. And
Oh shit.
yeah, I ended up selling the car because I'm like, it's gonna fly off one day. And so
Have you ever tried to change oil?
No, definitely not.
Well, a car of someone just broke down.
The car of
'cause-
someone.
Yes. Because you're supposed to put this little sealant on. Didn't
Oh,
put it
no.
on. Pours out. Keeps driving it without oil. And $3,000 later, you fucked
Yep.
up your car.
Is that a comic?
Nope.
All right. Because guess
Partner.
what? So it's crazy. One time I took my Prius to the dealership, and they forgot to put on a screw, and I was driving the car.
At
and
the dealership?
I didn't touch the bottom of the car, so I assume at the dealership, the bottom of the car just fell off. It was like
See?
I was driving, I was like,
See?
It's like
And I'm
cartoonish. Yeah.
so I wrote them a long letter because I was actually going on a voiceover work, so I had to call the person. I'm like, hey, I'm not gonna be able to make it. The bottom of my car just fell off.
Oh my
And,
God.
I don't know if they thought I was lying, whatever, because they never asked me to re-record the voiceover. But so
See?
that
They're
actually
like, can
happened.
you just like Fred Flintstone it over to us?
So
real
listen
quick?
to this. This was, I think, before pandemic. Yeah, it was before the pandemic.
Mhm.
2 weeks ago, I got a letter because I wrote Toyota a long letter. I'm like, this is what happened. You guys are a piece of crap. Your service is abysmal. Blah, blah. I used all the big words that I could think of back in the day. And then 2 weeks ago, I got a letter with what is that famous Italian restaurant in
No.
Center? Maggiano's.
No.
And they were like, we
Famous.
apologize. After so many years, they sent it to my old address.
What the freak?
I'm
You
like,
get
this
a
is
free
crazy.
dinner for-
Yeah. But hey, I take the money.
Yeah.
Wow. How much was it?
The card or the service?
The card for the dinner.
$50.
Wait, so you
Wow.
got a gift certificate for your car being shittily
Yes.
fixed?
I can
Let's-
show you.
let's-
It's right.
let's write a
Handwritten-
letter.
Handwritten letter.
And it was from Maggiano's, or it was like a Maggiano's gift card.
It was a Maggiano's gift card
From
with a-
Toyota.
for a Toyota with a letter.
We need to
I
send
was gonna
letters to
say-
Toyota.
I thought
I'm a
that
big
we
letter
should do
writer.
that,
I'm
yeah.
a big letter. Like
Dude,
not
I
letter,
wrote
email,
one.
Email.
I wrote one to Apple.
It's so
Nothing.
funny. I'm a big letter writer as he sips his green tea. It's very. But like,
It's true.
I feel like for a minute there, I was like, oh, I thought that like Maggiano's and Toyota had like a deal going where it was like they have like a promotional, like, hey, if we mess up, Maggiano's is
could
going to
be,
give you.
but this was 5 years. They hunted me down from my old address. It's insane.
Which is
That's
kind
weird.
of encouraging. That's
No,
like
it
kind
is.
of nice.
Because guess what?
You bought another
I
Prius.
almost no, I have a Prius for a long time, but I went to a service a couple months ago, right before I left for Hungary, and they messed something up again. I can't. What the heck did they mess? Something they messed up. I'm like, I'm gonna write another letter, and but I had other stuff to worry about. So I came back. I was at the service a week ago because I'm going to North Carolina for a comedy festival. Plug.
Hey,
But they were done in 45 minutes. I could barely set up my laptop to work, and they were like, "Yeah, we're done." I'm like, "All right, thanks."
damn.
So they know who I am, I guess.
Yeah,
They
they're like,
know
that's the
him.
guy who writes letters. Fuck, we gotta do it right.
He's preparing the pigeon. Look.
You're like, we can't have another scathing
Yeah,
letter
right.
come in.
Can't lose $50 at Maggiano's.
The mechanics in there just reading it upside down. They're like,
And here's the thing. So I understand how these operate. Like you are out of school mechanic. They hire you immediately, probably, because guess what? Everybody wants to be a doctor, a lawyer, whatever. Nobody wants to fix cars anymore. So they don't have people who can fix cars. So now they have these,
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I'm out of touch. But I feel like mechanics make decent money, depending. Like,
I mean, maybe.
For what it is?
Maybe not because nobody wants to do it.
I don't know. I just feel like a lot of those trades, like electrician
Yeah.
and like plumber, like things like you can make a
They
decent
make
amount
some
of money.
decent
yeah.
money.
Yeah.
I don't know about mechanics.
I
though.
mean, these
So-
beautiful hands have never touched.
Well, I used to, not anymore. And that's why I understand why can't we pay teachers more,
Yeah, dude, I could not do your job, dog. That is,
For that amount of money.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
And-
not even. I feel like the money is kind of like, I would be asking for a raise like every year. I'd be
There,
like,
that doesn't exist.
yeah, I know.
No, there is no...
No. It's just if they come in and see you do shitty, you don't get like that 25-cent raise the following year. That's all you have a right
25-cent
to.
raise?
It turns out nothing.
No,
That's crazy. That's 25%.
25%.
That's really
25
Cents.
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 It's
Yeah.
not percent. Cent.
Oh, 25%. No, percent is. I did not mean to say that. Percent
Yeah,
is
we.
wild
yeah,
if you
right.
get that.
Oh yeah, yeah,
But-
and that's if the kids are acting right when admin decides to come in
That's
and
crazy.
watch.
Did they just throw the quarter at you? They're just like
They
yeah,
should.
well,
I might
stupid.
feel
Just
a
every
little-
Yeah.
hour the principal goes around. There you go.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
your raise. It's like a
That's-
homeless person.
pretty much.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. And then the principal gets 50 cents thrown at him. That's
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
From the
yeah. Principals don't make
district.
much more either.
No, I don't think so.
Florida's like one of the worst in the state or in the
Oh,
country.
really?
I mean,
classic us. Just
yeah,
yeah.
no one gives a shit.
Is this your first podcast?
It is. Do I seem nervous as shit?
Yes, and
yes.
you're constantly grabbing the mic.
I know.
Just let
I'm-
it go.
okay, all
He
right.
misses Emily. He misses Emily.
I
He's
am like-
fondling your.
Emily?
Didn't you say that's your
That's
girlfriend's
my
name?
girlfriend's name.
Oh, I was like, Emily in Paris? I'm like, are you watching Emily in Paris? And
That's-
this is how I'm going to
That's
find
why
out?
he chose
I'm
Paris.
also. I'm like, am I breathing too hard in the fucking mic? Because I'm not trying to like.
We're gonna hear the.
Who was breathing so hard? It was so funny when I was editing because I'm editing with headphones. It's like...
Yeah, you have like it's like the very clear breathing. Like that guy definitely has sleep apnea. Like I'm trying to not.
I'm just getting hard from ASMR. All right, so yeah, welcome, Jack. How's comedy?
Oh,
Right.
fucking weird.
Weird. All right,
How's-
okay, so here is my background
Yeah, yeah,
story.
All right.
All right, let me warm up everybody. especially Jack. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude,
But
yeah.
so I
Please.
remember. So I started in 2018, and then I went away for the pandemic, like a bear. But I feel like I've seen you before the pandemic, or it was maybe right around there.
Different Jack.
I might have.
No, it's him.
There is also
I know it's him.
there's also a Jack Powell too.
No, but it's you.
There's several
yeah, he's
Jacks.
definitely
you
not.
You came back. I saw you at Voosvar. I'm like, wait a second, I know this guy, and you did one of your old jokes. I'm like, yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah, I was in it for like I had a weird like arc. So I went. So when I was like 18 or 19, I like decided I was going to do a mic when I was out of high school, and I did it for a while. Excuse me. And I remember actually at one point I'd been doing it for like maybe 3 months, and Crespo came up to me after I was up at Rain Dogs, and he was like, I'm just bragging on myself now, but he was just like, hey, you're like pretty good. If you keep doing it, you could be like you could be really good at it. Like you have a good sensibility. And I was like, great. And then I just quit immediately. And then
And you didn't even know who Marcus was.
yeah, well, I mean, I knew who he was because he was.
Oh.
I watched him. He was like, it was a thing where he was like a headliner. They had like put together like a mini show for him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I like watched him crush.
So
and I
wait.
was like, that means a
When
lot.
was this year-wise?
This? Was
roughly?
like fucking 20. I graduated high school 2015, so like 2016.
Okay, so
16-ish.
because I started going out pretty much almost right after my divorce. I was
Mm-hmm.
just hanging out with comedy, but I didn't do comedy for about 8-9 months. I was just watching comedians and open mics. I was just sitting back in the dark corner, sipping on a beer, watching comedy.
Damn, you got divorced and then went straight to be. You're like, I'm
not
gonna go.
straight. I mean, I took like a couple months
Yeah.
off. And I didn't know. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I told it a million times.
But that's what led you to comedy?
Yeah, I mean, I
From
always wanted
divorce?
to try it. I always
From
wanted to try
divorce.
it. But I'm like, okay.
You're like bullying him.
No,
Don't really.
I'm saying because I'm going through divorce. I have no motivation to fucking
shit.
go do comedy and make people laugh
No,
when I
but
feel like
yeah,
shit.
yeah, that's true.
Oh, okay. So that's
But you might
different because
also-
you're going through it.
There's
Like,
a
I would, you
there's
know.
a version of it where you're like, there's kind of like, well, now that I'm like free, now that you maybe left that thing, you're like, well, what do I want to do now?
Yes.
Like, what's a new?
What's the next step?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my thing was identity crisis. Like, you
yeah.
know, I lost my kids. I'm
you
like,
lose
all right.
your identity.
Yeah, I lost
right?
my kids.
You really do.
I lost as a father, as a husband. I'm like, all right, who am I now? All our friends were mutual friends, right?
right. Who are
Which
you?
were her friends. I mean, you know,
Yeah, that's fucking.
You're not a husband
isolating.
anymore.
yeah, you're not a husband. Your
You're
kids are
single.
somebody else is raising your kids.
Yeah,
You know, so that
So watch out, Jack.
I know. I literally,
It's spreading.
as a guy
It's-
who's been in a relationship for 8 years now, I'm like,
Oh.
fucking, that's not me. That's not me. Like,
I hope you wait a second. 8 years?
8 years.
and
yeah.
you guys are
Where's
not.
your ring?
She hasn't proposed
Jack.
yet. I mean,
Wow.
no. All right,
Years, man.
guys, look.
I proposed
may,
after 5 months. Maybe that's why it didn't work out.
Well, that's another, yeah.
I may work. Wait, what did you say?
5
Keep going.
months.
This show is about you,
Years.
Jack, not about me.
All right. Well, I'm also kind of poor,
Just
but like
kidding.
I know I want to
Oh,
marry
yeah,
her, so
there's,
it's,
there's that.
it's not a huge deal.
I
And
was
also, like,
I don't think I had a
we're going
car.
to Paris, so it's like
Ooh.
wanna spend money on that.
No. I thought you were gonna propose.
Yeah, that's
in
what I
Paris.
thought.
Oh no, I'm not a cornball. Jesus.
No, why not?
Dude, it's
That's
been- well, it is-
romantic.
Hey, look at those pictures over
the
there.
girls
It's all
like
Paris.
that. Women like that. Why don't you at least? Did you guys talk about it yet?
I like about marriage or about
Yeah,
proposing. And
marriage.
we talk about marriage a lot.
Oh,
I'm very, very open to it, as is she.
okay.
We're both less open to kids, which is like nice.
Good, sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Same page.
And then, yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, I want to do it in. I do want to do it in Paris, but like the thing is that like she's not a high maintenance person. She's like she's a great person. I'm not trying to like be wife guy, but like she's awesome and just chill. So she's like the only thing that I ask is like that we at least get a shot of like when you go down on one knee, like from someone. So like a friend, a photographer, or something.
Oh, you got to set that
and
up.
I'm like the logistics of that with
she
Paris.
said that to you?
Yeah, that was like her kind of thing where she's
Oh.
like,
Oh,
yeah.
that she wants. So do it. You
That's
go to
nice.
Europe. The districts are cameras everywhere because of security.
Get
So do it.
CCTV
Yes.
footage.
Yes. Try
Of
to like
several
break in
shots.
somewhere and by the way and go down on one knee. You know.
You're like, as you're running from the police, just do this.
In Paris,
It'll
they
be
will
broadcast
understand. That's
everywhere.
love. You know, Paris is the love city.
Someone's probably
City of
recording it. Like, that's what happened to me. Like, actually, a whole bunch of random strangers recorded and walked up to me. Look, I got a recording. I was like, oh, thanks.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, a whole bunch of
Wait,
people
wait,
just
wait,
like,
wait, wait,
oh.
wait. a bunch of random strangers just recording shit on the street.
No,
All the
he had a violin person playing, so I guess it grabbed people's attention, and then everyone was
Oh,
recording.
he had a violin playing?
Oh,
Yeah, he
take
paid for
notes.
That's
someone.
pretty,
Take
I mean, why are you
notes.
divorced now? I'm just kidding. Sorry.
Yeah, it
Just
didn't
kidding.
fucking work out. Don't do a violin.
All right, yeah.
Don't do a violin. Do a
drums,
synthesizer. Do a
drums.
Yeah,
synthesizer.
I'm gonna have a drum circle playing. Yeah,
Do
just
it.
A bunch of stinky long-haired
And
weirdos.
the hippies are like, don't do it.
yeah, yeah, dude, it's all about fucking yeah. Be polyamorous. Yeah. I actually, dude. Speaking of, I literally I got done with the conversation after work. It got with my head because, like, in my head, I was like, I'm going to do a first ever podcast. Like, got to be like cool and chill. And then this guy who I really like, he's like a coworker, and he was just telling me the worst shit about his life. Like we just got
Downer.
into because we were having a deep conversation. We didn't have to go on the phones today.
No.
So we were just chatting, and then I was just like, oh my God. Like some of the like just naming the big points in his life, it's just like disaster, disaster, disaster. And then he was like, all right, 5:30, have a good one, dude. I'm just like, yeah, man.
Here's my car, and I'm driving over the bridge.
But I can't I can't emphasize how like nice he is, but I was just like, that's fucking with me. Like I'm thinking about that right now.
Oh, pop an Adderall or something.
Dude, I know. Oh, I
Some
used to
Coke.
used to love Adderall back in the day, dude.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And which one is that? Which
It's
one
hard
is that?
to sleep though.
Which one is Adderall?
Very tough to sleep.
This has you go, wake up. That's what Southside is probably on.
No,
If I had-
Southside
if
is
I had
to
naturally
guess.
actually making that with his body, probably.
He produces
His sweat
it.
is.
Have you seen Southside before?
One time I was talking about how I was shaped
I like
like a
his
lesbian, and
Oh, yeah.
he just yelled, "Talk your shit." Like,
Yeah, that's what he yells. That's his line.
Yeah.
I like that.
which I
His
think
energy's
No,
fun.
he's
that context is great. I just think like a body image joke where I'm like, I don't feel great about how I look, and he's like, "Talk your shit, man. Like, you're doing
He
good."
probably didn't even hear what you said. He
No.
probably just like.
I don't know if you've seen him lately. I haven't seen him in like 2 months, and he changed. He calmed down a lot. I'm like, whoa.
No,
Well,
he's a fun guy. He seems
No,
like
he's fun.
Like,
He used to come to our mic a lot more.
Well, I saw him at Blake North's
I love Blake.
Comedy by Death.
Oh,
Death
Death
by
by
Comedy.
Comedy? Yeah,
Death-
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
you went there? What did you think of it?
That the first night that they had it. It
Oh,
was,
the first night.
and it was packed.
Nice. I mean, when I was there, there was a pretty decent sized crowd.
I just
Yeah.
haven't gone back again. Yeah, I need
It's
to go
on
back.
Thursdays when I usually have my kids.
I feel like the crowd is kind of a little slower now, but like it's still nice. Like they try hard. They're funny. Like
Well, here is the thing: to build up any mic, it takes a long time. And sure, first a couple of times, oh, let's check it out, you know. But the place where they have it is actually a pretty good spot because there is Bartram Park, like 2 miles
It's a
down
nice
the road.
spot. Yeah.
And you know, I mean, so the people are there. They
A lot
just
of
have
people
to,
live
they
there.
just don't know that it's happening, so it's gonna take time for them to learn. Oh yeah, there is actually comedy here for free.
yeah.
But did you finish telling us about comedy and where you started?
No, I didn't.
We always go off on a tangent.
No, we
I
always
do need that Adderall. Damn. But
Where are they at?
Does it
Imre?
make you focus, or just like, oh, you are all over the place like a squirrel?
it's like it definitely does make you focus, but it's not really that good for you long term. Probably
Diarrhea.
Diarrhea,
Diarrhea.
yeah.
I
motherfucker,
always
yeah.
have
When you're
diarrhea.
sitting on a log and you feel something.
It's. I mean, it's speed, man. It's like
Oh, okay.
yeah. It's
I
like
never
amphetamine.
I'm the most, and like I grew up with no drugs, right? Everything
Welcome
was
to America.
Everything was illegal. First of all, I don't think there were laws because I remember when right before the weed law passed, there were no laws against drugs, right? So the day before they passed the law, we went in front of the police station with my friends and we smoked like. Right
Wait, is this
there.
the Hungary?
In Hungary? Yeah.
When did they legalize weed?
No, it's completely illegal. Like you go
Oh.
to prison, they chop
It's
off your
illegal
arms.
in
no,
Hungary?
It's completely
They
illegal.
chop off your arms.
No, it's brutal. It's like on the
Is that what the tattoos are for?
what? Drugs?
Is it like a target for your?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Covering it up.
I made a joke once where I was like, "It's those tattoos are cool. Like I like the
Yeah, I
cuffs,
like
and then
them.
it's funny to like, it's just you're naked and then you just have the two like."
So this is exactly why I got more tattoos because I was standing naked in front of the mirror, and people were like, "Oh, once you get a tattoo, you will get more." And after the first one was done, I'm like, "No, thanks." And but it's because of my kids, so I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna get one for the other one."
It's painful.
It is. Imagine a sewing machine, you know, going into your skin. It is insanely painful.
Yeah.
But I was standing naked in front of the mirror a year ago, and I'm like, it looks weird. Then I only have this. So I'm like, that's why I got the back tattoos.
So looking naked looks better now with back tattoos?
No.
It looks worse. I thought you said you were looking in the mirror naked.
I'm looking for something. I'm probably going to get a chest plate or
So
something.
my buddy's uncle.
My buddies.
I'm like, it's because it's my friend Kyle. He's like one of my really good friends.
Oh, I met him, right?
You might have. He's got to be. He kind of looks like me, but a little skinnier.
Okay, I think he's taller.
He's a little taller than me.
Yeah.
But dude, his Uncle Doug, we went camping once, and like I've met Uncle Doug. He's like this weird dude who is like he teaches like ESE kids, like special needs kids with like autism, severe autism. And like he's also just a very intense dude, but like chubby dude, kind of like just regular build. And you see him on the outside, and you're like, guy with no tattoos. And then one day I see him with his shirt off in the cabin, full like dragging one giant piece from like the top of his nipples all the way like down his back.
Nice.
I know, and it's like you can tell he strategically did it to where like he wanted tattoos, but he like didn't want it to show like at school and stuff. But
so these look low, but if I put on a skirt, if I put on a long sleeve shirt, you can't see it.
that's crazy. I mean, do you ever want to roll them up? I mean, I guess are you working remote most of the time? Yeah.
Oh no, at combat they don't care.
Yeah,
I mean, nowadays, I feel like things are getting less, like the stigma.
Here.
True.
When I went back to Hungary and I was the only guy with tattoos at the comedy club, I'm like, this is weird.
Really?
Damn, you must have seemed like a mega edgelord then.
And-
You like tattoos and talking about dead
Well,
babies.
So my
Right.
my son, my brother said that people with lower level jobs, they have tattoos. Like,
Oh,
You know
that's
what I mean?
sad that it's
yeah, it's still a
associated
thing. It's still a thing that people don't.
associated to that.
I'm actually with your brother on that one, I think.
It's getting better. But
No, yeah.
you know, tattoos are like thousands of years old. People were always doing them. Like
Yeah.
in Asia mostly. But
Mm-hmm.
I always liked it. Like to me, if you know, this is my body. This is what they're gonna remember me after I'm dead. If you have nothing on you,
That statement is made funnier
I'm
because
just kidding.
my friend Kyle, he has one tattoo, and it's just Kyle. Like it just
His
name.
own name?
Yeah.
In case anything happens,
That's interesting.
my name is Kyle.
Yeah.
Oh.
No last name though. Just Kyle first name.
Well, for
No,
Yeah.
that's very cool.
for
I like
Imre,
it.
you need to look good naked. So
I look good naked, but I look weird without tattoos. I
Dude,
think.
Jimmy O'Connor is about to have like some crazy tattoos.
We should get some freaking group tattoos. Like, hey, get a microphone.
Dude, no.
All right, so Jack is on.
I'm just kidding. Sorry.
No,
I need to
think
yes
it-
and
it's
this.
just cool,
Dude.
you know. You need to yes and.
I was in the group chat and I sent a joke and Mikey had sent something back and the way he had sent it back, it made it seem like he didn't understand the joke.
No,
And
he's goofy.
That was just him riffing and I was
Yeah.
like, Mikey, that was the joke. And he was like, okay, no yes and. And I was like, I'm a fucking dumbass. Jesus Christ. Like, I fucked up the vibes of the group chat. It was a client whose name looked like Eliza Scherzlinger, but it
Oh,
was like
it's a
clearly
guy, yeah.
not her name.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I would have laughed, but I'm not in these group chats.
Hey, look, man.
Oh, I know.
we're
There's
actually-
several cliques and group chats going on.
We are all about to get group tattoos, so sorry about that. I will bring you in. It's all right.
What
We're,
kind of comedy group is are you in, Flo?
I don't give a fuck.
I know you.
Fuck shit.
None of that shit.
We mainly do it for like writing stuff, where we're like, if we want to meet, we'll like do that.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
No, there are several groups and chats, and I'm like, today I went to a comedy writing class, and I was like, I know it's so weird that there is 25 comedians here talking about joke writing, and nobody is shitting on another comic. And I'm like, you know what? It feels so
Yeah.
good.
You are. I
'Cause
will say,
you know, I try never shit on it.
you are a great person for that. I feel like you are like a non-shit talker for sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to be Switzerland, but it's getting harder and harder.
Yeah.
Not because we have shitty comics.
Yeah. It's like, well, it's also like, I don't know. Like, I also feel like every now and then I've like said something where I'm like, why did I say that? Like, I've just said something where I'm like, I sound like I'm like an authority on this, and I'm not. Also, this leads us back to me being in comedy. Like,
there we go.
right.
There we go.
all right, so like, I quit for like
You saved us, Jack.
I quit for like 6 years. This is not actually my first podcast, surprise. But I quit for like 6 years because I was doing school and like and then I eventually like came back to it when I was like 25, I guess. And then I started for a little bit because that's when Bobby Brown Jr. He's a pal of mine, and I've known him for a while. He was like back in town, and that was when he started Rock Bottom, but he didn't call it that.
So Bobby, like, you know, I love him. I went out to Austin and stuff, and Bobby came into the scene. It feel like he just turns around some tables. He's like, "What? There is no mic at the Comedy Zone. Bam! There is a mic at the Comedy Zone."
It's crazy.
It was
how,
crazy. Oh, what? We can't perform at the Comedy Zone. Bam! We are performing at the Comedy Zone.
Yeah.
And maybe it was a weird coincidence that everything happened when he came in here, but everything in my mind is tied to him. All the changes we have is because of Bobby Brown.
His work
Jr.
ethic,
Shout out.
yeah, his work ethic is like fucking nuts. And like,
No, he works.
I saw how hard he worked at it, and then I was just like, I don't know if I want to do this, like, because it's like you're going so hard, and I was like, I feel like I don't have it. But then like, you know, then you realize like, oh, I actually just like doing it, and then
Yeah, or you're just a better writer.
yeah, or like I just wanted to write. That's crazy. Bobby is a good writer.
No, I'm just kidding. No, he's a good writer.
Dude, shit talking right there. Gotcha.
I'm just trying to talk shit about me
Yeah.
on his podcast.
But like, I don't know, yeah. And then I just realized that I kind of like, because the whole time, he actually helped me with this too, where I was like, the whole 6 years, I was still writing down joke premises. They were dog shit, but they were like premises and like just actual jokes. And he was like, it's weird that you're writing them and not saying them or doing anything with them. And I was like,
Oh, interesting.
great point. And then
Yeah.
I just kind of started doing it.
Okay, so
And I'm trying to not stop again. That's my whole thing right now.
you can't stop because you will burn out. Like, it's a thing, you know what I mean? Like you can't just write forever.
I
So
think
you
it's
have
fair.
to find the right balance. So what is your writing style? Like, how do you write?
All right. Well, I mean, I'm only 2 years into it, so it's like
Well, you did it 6 years ago. So
That's fair, yeah. All right. Well, it's definitely like a little more underwritten, I would say.
okay, just ideas.
From the sense of it's like sort of just ideas, and then kind of more like I feel like I can't really tell from the outside as much yet, just because I don't have as much footage, but it's a little more like kind of awkward dude stand and deliver type stuff, like, you know, observational in a sense, but like a little more self-deprecating as well. That's like my style, I'd say. But
It's interesting because I look at you on stage or now, and you don't seem awkward. You know what I mean?
I am okay. See, that's the thing. Maybe we can workshop this because, like, I maybe I feel more awkward internally
Why is that?
when I'm doing
Your
it.
glasses?
Well, because like
Childhood trauma.
why is it? Because you're a little ugly? Is that why?
No, but I'm saying like what it
PTSD.
like inside your head. My hair looks stupid or something.
Well, like no, it's just like I kind of part of me feels like, and I'm starting to get over this a little bit, but like part of me feels like it's like I'm not much of a performer.
Sure.
And so I feel like I'm more like I should rely more on my writing. So I'm like a little more just stand there. And then also there's a part of me where I feel like I shouldn't really like take up people's time, like in a sense.
Interesting.
Yeah, like which is like that's my own shit where it's like you have to work on that, but it kind of feels like it's if I'm just being casual about it too, if I bomb then it's like, well, I just said it, like who cares, you know?
Right.
But then you see like someone like with a lot of energy, like you see Mikey, and then you're like, I kind of want to be more like that if I could.
Well, everyone's got their own
That's the
energy.
thing.
Yeah.
You don't have to be like high energy.
Yeah, like
That's
I
true,
can
yeah.
I can hype myself up a
So
tiny bit.
you're like pretty deadpan too. Sorry.
No.
Usually, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
she is very
usually.
deadpan, but not. Yeah, like you wouldn't tell.
You're deadpan, and you're like Jesselyn, like deadpan and confident in a sense, where it's like, I would like to be like that, but I guess maybe like you have a little more. You and like Jimmy have like that, like more of like a edgy confidence to you in a sense. Not edgy. Edgy is like too much of a buzzword, but
It's all just a fake put on.
yeah.
Yeah, it's all bullshit.
But we all
That's kinda
put
cool.
like because you act pretty much the same as you act on stage. I feel like. Where
That's
I'm-
intentional.
But I'm
Yeah.
very
I am
animated.
too.
In real, like I use my hands a lot when we talk.
You
normally.
are a different person,
but
yeah,
not
yeah.
on stage. It's,
Oh,
it's a
Imre's
completely different person.
Imre's different.
Like
Yeah.
everybody notices it, except not everybody.
Now I'm gonna just stare at your hands for now.
But I usually just grab my I just put it in my pocket. Usually,
Look,
hold my mic.
I mean, I'm not trying to be like too. I don't want to sound like too like ooh the Science of Comedy podcast like type of guy, but like I am kind of upset. Like when I think about stuff, I try to think about like, you know, being like the balance of vulnerability and like how that's important. So like, you know, not being like too vulnerable to where you're like oversharing on stage, but like to the point where it's like I'm trying to be like as real as I possibly can
Okay.
about myself. Like, but then also then every now and then I think that makes it easier to slip in like a really like insane turn in like a punchline, you know? Like I don't know. So I don't know. That's
I
it.
think you come
that's
off
cool.
as that. Like
Yeah.
you're pretty real. Like that's you.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
you
That's
are.
what I'm saying. Like even right now, the way you act and stuff. So yeah, this is Jack, right? Like I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not talking to a character,
Yeah.
or your whole life is a character.
That is, dude. Sometimes when I get too high, I get like. I mean, I don't smoke
Philosophy.
weed. Yeah,
You
when I
mean
get
like
High off of
elevation
life.
wise? So when you're on the 10th floor, you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
oh my god,
that altitude sickness be getting to me. It's
you can't scuba dive after.
yeah.
It's weird though
Look
because
at the bends.
when I host, I'm a whole nother person. I'm that Mikey B
dude.
high energy.
Yes.
Yeah, because you're like that's it. Okay, because
So
I
I
did.
gotta hype the audience
How
up.
are you?
Yeah,
How are
and
you
like-
again?
You just repeat the video, hit it on replay twice.
I like because I was doing that with. I wasn't being like super high energy, but I was definitely. I feel like I could tell. I was at Kava and I was doing the guest hosting thing, and I was just like, I need the ball to be fucking rolling here. Like I need to be like keeping everything going. So I was like a little more excited.
Okay, so it actually happened already.
What?
The cover hosting.
Oh yeah, and then I'm doing it this week too because Jimmy's out of town.
All
for
right.
2
So
weeks.
how did that go? The hosting.
At the beach,
It was good, yeah, at the
Yeah.
beach. And that room is like notoriously like
Yeah, it's
dead.
comedy wise, like yeah, dog shit.
It's been dead
they
since
do
it
pay
started.
attention, so they definitely like they are nice. They're not
Not all
booing
of
you.
them. Not all of them pay attention, but
But you know what I'm saying, they're not booing you and shut the fuck up and stuff
no,
like
no,
that.
they're
We don't
just
have that.
no
they're just
response
in
at
their own
all.
world. Yeah,
Sure.
it's-
They're just staring at you like,
Yeah,
yeah, I
because
got
they
it. That
are-
was funny. They just might not laugh. They're just out of it.
yeah, if you get
They're
a
just
head
like-
nod, it's like you're doing good.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's why I try to fuck with them even more because
Yeah.
they're just like in outer space. Like,
It's like
They don't have
you're like give me fucking anything.
Something, yeah.
yeah, I can't count on their laughs for shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's good for reps and practice, but like for looking after and where did I get laughs? Fuck that. At
Yeah,
the Kava
dude.
place.
Right.
It's because I didn't record there because I was just like I don't know. Yeah, but it actually went well. So like
Okay.
I did I did like the 5 minutes and like I got like a couple of decent pomps. I'd also gone. I don't know if this affects anything, but the Kava people were like, "Hey, I think a couple of people want to do the mic, so go around and like
okay.
just ask." So I asked everybody, and I was like, "All right,
Perfect. Yay. Okay.
fuck. All right, so
Act.
all right, yeah, dance monkey. All right, so all right, so I'm hosting Kava, right? And so
People aren't gonna understand what's going on. All right. So
right.
how was the come on?
You have a good laugh too.
I hate this laugh, dude.
Oh, it's great laugh.
I appreciate that.
You are
Thank
very
you.
self-deprecating.
Really? Yeah, a little too much. That's something I'm working on
Not
in
like
therapy.
No,
Yeah.
right? We all are.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
but like,
You're not.
Have you seen
Emery.
my set?
yeah,
I
you're
have,
like, yeah, I
that
am
is-
awesome.
I have reasonably leveled expectations of myself. And
Well, see,
everything else.
that's what I don't know. We'll get to that in a 2nd but like, as far as the Kava shit goes, I don't know, man. I go up there and like I kind of bring the room together in a sense because I'm like walking around asking people to sign up. We're doing little riffs. Like every couple of people, they were just like, "Oh, comedy? I don't know how I can do it." And I was like, "Me neither, dude. I suck." And they're like, "Ha ha," you know, like it's great. And then we just like, then I finally go up. I do like 5 to 10 minutes, and there were a couple of like regulars who were like up at the front and like were being nice and like laughing a bunch. And so I was like, hell yeah, awesome. And then I just kind of kept going. And then in between each comic, I just told like a quick riff, like based on their jokes, and it just worked. And it was like, usually the vibes in there are just stale, but like I could kind of keep a general pop going. And then as soon as I got a laugh, I was like, all right, here's the next comic.
Yeah,
like I wouldn't
perfect.
even, yeah.
You see,
good.
so I'm doing the opposite, right? Because the people usually don't laugh at my jokes the same way they would laugh at a normal joke. So when I'm hosting, I go in completely cold with every joke, right? Because I know it's gonna be dark.
Your laughs come with guilt a little bit. That's yeah.
I mean, I like that, but it is definitely challenging. So I usually, even if I bomb, I've been doing it for long enough that I always have a comeback, and that makes them laugh anyway.
Hell
So
yeah.
I'm gonna say, something even more fucked up, which is, you guys don't laugh at this, and then just say something really bad or something like
Hell yeah.
or whatever.
Dude, fundamentals. Hell yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I do love the process. I do like the writing process. That's how I started. I just started writing for like 6 months.
I could tell. Yeah, you're very like. I can tell from you that you're like very writing obsessed.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Like I love, and I use
He
the
is.
I use the news a lot. Like I watch the news. I'm like, all right, can I write
don't.
something?
Again,
At all.
classic shit where you're like, that's like joke doc.
Classic.
You guys know the joke doctor? You know that guy?
Jerry Corley.
Jerry Corley.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was
yeah.
just in his
Yeah.
class. I bought one of his classes.
Dude, hell yeah. It's that's like
No,
the type of
he's
shit
really
he'd say. Yeah.
So he was one of the first person I found online who was teaching comedy on YouTube. I'm
God,
like,
his,
all right,
his
I'm like, all right,
voice
let me.
is the corn. Have you heard this guy?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
God, dude, they're like, hey, this is the joke doctor. Like, anyway, I'm sorry, I interrupted
Oh
you.
no, you're good. I'm just saying that he is so good. And even now, I've been doing it for like 6 years now, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. And I wrote down stuff.
It is great. Every now and then, like every couple of months, I'll get like, I don't know, right now I'm in like a writer's block area.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just kind of dog shit. And then you're like,
Yeah.
am I ever gonna make anything good again? Like, am I ever gonna be able to like
Oh,
work on
interesting.
stuff?
But then once you actually get into it, it's like, shit, I did have some stuff, but it's like
Yeah.
it's like an avoiding thing for me.
And then, dude, like, because part of like the group chat that we talked about earlier, it's like part of that is just like it's like motivation. So it's like,
Yes.
because like I don't know, I'll talk to Jimmy, and like Jimmy is just like, that guy is like, I don't know, he is so like he like writes for 30 minutes every day, and like that's his thing because he's like just
dedicated.
he's like forcing himself to do it, even if he's writing dog shit.
Dedicated.
But like what?
No, I don't.
I'm
Oh,
talking under
to
the
mic.
thing.
Okay. But yeah, no, I don't know. I thought you were like, you're sucking his dick. That's like, but like
Under the mic.
I don't know.
Do it while he's
Whatever.
talking, while Jack
I
is
said
talking.
this. Oh, I guess it. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I don't know. He's like,
Suck your finger.
he's so good at it that like. My glasses on the fucking thing.
Send this to Jack's girlfriend right after the podcast.
Suck on your finger.
But yeah, and then I'll kind of tell him like, oh yeah, I'm going through like a writer block. I'm kind of like, feeling like anxious and like in my head, and he's like, sorry, dude. Like he's like, my man does not get it. Whereas like,
He's also 18 years old, where you are 20. so.
he's like 24. Yeah.
Is he?
hmm
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's just like he's a very stoic guy. Like he just,
Sure.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then like Mikey and Luik, I don't know, this turned into me like talking about my friends. But like Mikey and Luik are a little more like, oh yeah, we kind of get it. Like,
Sure. I
to
mean,
be
they've been
in your
doing
head
it
stuff.
longer. Like Jimmy definitely just got into
Mhm.
it. Not just, but
Yeah, and then so the writer's block is not so often if you're starting off.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's fresh, it's new.
But
it's-
even
think
so,
that's fair, yeah.
here's the interesting thing. Like for example, I'm never afraid that I'm gonna be ever funny again. I know it's gonna come. I just
yeah.
anxiously waiting for when it's coming.
that moment.
You know what I mean? So I know it's gonna come. I just don't know how long I have to wait.
Dude, this is like, okay, this is going to be, I've listened to so many goddamn podcasts in my life that like I just have things coming up, but I've heard once, do you know about the Larry David thing where
I know Larry
he used,
David,
you know this guy Larry David? He's a hot new young comic. But he would say that like whenever he was driving cabs in New York, when he dropped a person off, he would think to himself, last time I'm going to get a fare. Like that's the last person I'm going to get. So it's like, that's kind of like, I'm
Is it
trying
like
to
a
actively work against that mentality of like, this last joke is going to be like, this is it, but
here's what I'm always excited about. When I find something that it's longer than a normal setup punch.
okay.
So if I don't even know what was I talking about. Oh yeah, I have a new joke. I don't know if you heard it. It's when your ex has more new positions than you do.
New positions.
New sex position. You
Oh,
hook up
like-
with your ex again and has more sex position.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
It just came together so good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh my God, this is a gold mine right now. I just have to find the little nuggets in there. You know what I mean?
That's a good point. See, that's a cool thing where it's like, but that'll happen.
This is what I'm excited about. That's what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm excited about.
Look, when I think that is a really exciting thing, and that feels like, it's like, I'll get that too. And tell me if you have this, because this will help me combat it. But like, I'll get that, especially when I'm high, because I'll be like, this is a great idea. I feel like it's very fertile. And then I will just immediately forget everywhere I was going to go with it.
Yes.
So like I'll write down a
Yeah.
bunch of stuff and it all made sense then, but not now.
I mean, I don't get
Yeah.
high
yeah.
during the day, but
Oh yeah.
During the day.
I don't get high at all. Only on CBD.
Yeah. Well, write
Yeah.
it down. Write
no.
it down.
But I have
record
the
it,
same with
Yeah.
and
probably
then
should
see if it
record
makes sense when the next day.
I'm
But I-
open to everything. I mean, like whatever.
So write it down, and that yes. So it always happens usually right before I fall asleep or right after I wake up. Oh my gosh, this is the funniest shit I ever thought of.
Yeah,
And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna remember it in 2 minutes when I get up, and it's gone. It's completely gone. Like I don't know what.
Well, that's like a Rick Rubin thing. Apparently, that's like in the spirituality community. It's like that moment between waking and sleep is like
yeah.
when
That's what I said, yeah.
inspiration can strike.
What is
Yeah.
it called?
What?
Rubin.
Oh, Rick Rubin, the hip hop producer with the big beard.
Okay.
What did he say?
Oh, brother, I have a book for you guys.
the red hair guy?
No, he's got gray hair,
Oh no, that's.
but but he basically is just talking about how like because he has a whole book on creativity, so it's just like how you get creative ideas, and like often people will get it when they're in their most relaxed, which is like one of the examples he uses right before you fall asleep and right before you wake up, or like that moment between
That's-
waking up and getting out of bed.
That's what I said on a previous podcast. Like, if I go to take a 30-minute nap before I do something, it's like I'm like thinking of my jokes, and suddenly I will get an idea.
Yeah.
In that fucking moment, I gotta wake up, and that's the worst time. You don't want to get up because you're about to fall asleep.
Yeah.
And I go
Yeah.
write it down, but I haven't done that in a while. Like lately, I just been out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's crazy how he said that, because that's what I realized.
Well, 'cause
It's crazy.
That's just kind of real. I mean, like
It is real.
The way I'll let one of you borrow the book. You guys rock paper scissors for a book, but he like it's fuck. I lost my whole train of thought there, but
How he said
Are you
creativity.
falling asleep right
Creativity.
now, or you are just waking up?
brother. I've worked 8 hours, but
I worked 8 hours. What are you,
no,
what are you
I
saying?
mean,
Flo worked 8 hours.
I worked harder than you guys. I don't know.
You just said you didn't work hard today.
Yeah, I actually did not do anything today.
What is
Yeah.
it? Ricky Ruby Rod?
Rick Rubin.
Rick Rubin.
Yeah,
Ruby Rod.
Ruby Ridge.
Wait, I forgot it again. Rick Rubin.
Rick Rubin,
He's a-
Rubin, hip hop
he's a
producer.
hip-hop?
Yeah, so he like did all the like, he was like one of the early guys. So he produced like Run DMC albums, Beastie Boy albums, like
Oh, I know who that is.
Yes.
I just saw him like 2 months ago,
yeah.
like on YouTube. But I'm like, who is this guy?
Yeah, yeah,
And he was with these big rappers.
His
Yeah,
voice is insane. Yeah, it's like very gravelly, but I don't know. That was a good book, and I was trying to think of more shit about creativity, but I forgot it.
Well, I was
Oh.
hoping that we'll get you back into it.
I know, me too. God damn it. See, God, man, this was. Never mind.
You're not high, are you?
I'm not high. No, I'm just not smart.
It's not about smartness. It's my brain goes to a million places.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
Well,
ADHD.
see, I had stopped taking Adderall a year ago because I didn't like the way it made me feel, and like I definitely do have ADHD now. So I think I might like look into some non-stimulant versions, because like
Oh, that's what Adderall helps you with?
yeah, it helps you with ADHD.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's another thing. I don't know if you want to try this because people figure this out somehow, but they attach electrodes to their brain.
Yes.
So without drugs. It's no drug.
Transcranial magnetic stimulation.
Maybe. I don't. That's a long word. I don't know.
I think it is.
When I tried to use
Richard did
trans, but I didn't want to say it. But anyway, so they put electrodes in their head and they achieve the same like focus and stuff.
Interesting.
I'd rather try that than the drugs.
I think so too, because that's the thing is like drugs are kind of scary.
Yeah.
And if I can do a non-stimulant version that makes me feel better because it's like not meth. But yeah.
And it comes, so once you're done, within a minute you are back how you were. You know what I mean? Like your brain
So
is
the
completely clear, no side effects, nothing.
Sick.
But the focus is coming during the attachment or after, like
No, you
later
have to
on?
attach it.
Yeah.
But you can get like 4 hours. Within 20 minutes, you can get like 4 hours worth of work
So you
out
sh-
of the
can you-
20 minutes or 40
So you can
minutes.
go to
Jesus.
you can go to the stage with these electrodes on your head, like at the next boost war.
No, dude. Okay, well that's the thing. So Adderall really helped me with writing and organizing my thoughts.
Interesting.
Performing wise, like, good God, like,
yeah.
yeah. Well, it's the talking, or like, if in my case,
And diarrhea. That's
yeah.
that's how I feel.
I'm just gonna edit these flow, whatever she's doing.
It's like
It's
we were just talking about how deadpan you are, and you were like, blah.
No,
Most
but
you're
perfect
so
Chris
right.
Farley routine.
She has these bursts of energy or something.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, like,
I used to have more energy. It's just maybe depression.
I know.
Yeah.
oh, it could be that.
But I
That's
think
what
I
I'm
am.
feeling like. Well, because now I'm also off nicotine for 47 days or whatever.
Okay.
So that's another thing where it's like that was a stimulant that I was taking in, and now I'm even more ADHD, but also sleepy somehow. So
I mean, that comes with age. And once
Yeah.
you hit 40,
You're done.
that was the.
well, I'm
the-
67,
done.
so that's.
You look pretty good for your age.
Thank you, man. Yeah, that's. If you're fat but you're 67, it's like, hey, you look good.
Okay, so
like the-
here's another thing, because I just posted this on Facebook. I have Gary Goldman used to. I don't know if you guys know. He used to post a comedy note a day.
I've read them all.
Comedy suggestion. I wrote them all down.
Wait,
I put
who?
it in a day. Gary Goldman.
Oh, send it to me.
All right.
See, this is the shit I
wrote
like to talk
it.
about.
I
right
wrote
now.
a website.
Let's do it.
That posts a random Gary Goldman quote a day. I contacted him. If he wants it, he never replied me back, so whatever. But anyway, so this website posted this thing. Hey, don't suffer, or you don't have to suffer for your art to create good art or whatever. And I took it as, because I used to think that I have to be depressed in order to write dark jokes. And I made so I was like, I'm depressed. Yeah, I'm going to be creative again. But then later, like 2 years ago, I realized, holy crap, I'm writing the darkest material when I'm the most happy.
Yeah, I was saying not
Yeah,
for
yeah.
me. I don't.
So
I'm the
anyway,
opposite.
so it took me a while, because that's if you're not suffering, you cannot be a real artist. That's bullshit. You know, look at Seinfeld; never suffered in his life.
Yeah, the dark lives here. The dark lives here, depressed or not. But
Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah, I don't know, with the whole, like, okay, I feel like earlier when we were talking about, like, oh yeah, I couldn't tell, like, oh, we can't tell that you're, like, you see yourself this way on stage. We were talking about how I see myself versus how you guys see myself, but like part of the thing I do, I think, with the self-deprecating stuff, like when I talk about like my body and stuff, I do feel like that's a nice way to like get the audience. Almost feels like a cheat a little bit, where you're like, they're a little on my side.
because of
sense.
that.
I mean, a little bit. I don't know.
no, everyone should start off with self-deprecating stuff so that they
Yeah.
are on your side. Because that's where everyone's got.
Yeah.
Okay, we talk about different opinions,
Yeah,
right?
like
'Cause
strategies. Yeah.
Some of y'all friends and everybody loves to just roast the audience. Not my personal
Dude,
strategy.
yeah,
Only
yeah.
if someone's trying me.
Oh,
Then
sure.
let's do it.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
have fun trying to talk shit back, but I don't start off that way. Just a
Right.
personal.
And if you do,
God,
guess what
dude.
happens? Your mic will die.
Sometimes when you,
Yeah, hosting. Someone got up there and just fucking roasted the whole audience at my open mic one time. I'm like, dude, everyone's pissed off now. It
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
even funny. It was just, you look like a Hispanic bean eater. You look like a moron. I'm like,
but that's
it's
not
not
common.
even funny. It wasn't
Yeah.
even funny.
and like I can tell in, like, I don't know, with crowd work too, I have been in situations where I'm like, God damn, they're going way too hard, and like
Yeah, it's just too much.
they.
Oh, you mean somebody else?
Yeah, you gotta have a feel for the room if you're gonna do crowd work.
Yeah, you
Like-
got to exactly.
And
Yeah.
crowd work doesn't necessarily mean roasting. Like,
Right.
That's what I don't understand, because I see it many
Dude,
times now.
yes.
It's mostly roasting now, but crowd work is not about
Bro, they're
roasting
just
somebody.
they're just saying mean shit, like some shit that I was like, if I wasn't, dude, because like my girlfriend is like a very socially anxious person, and like she is literally like, sometimes she's scared to come to shows because she's like, I just don't want anybody to fucking like call me
I
out
have
or
a
do
friend
something.
like that.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, imagine how many people are feeling that way. Every now and then
Yeah.
you have like a guy
lot.
who's like up for it, or they're like a little
Yeah.
bit of like a douchebag, and that's cool. But like, yeah, most of the time it's like
There's
80% of the crowd.
A lot of people are like that.
They just want to have a fun time.
They don't
Right.
want to be. I have a lot of friends that they don't want to go just because they don't. I'm like, for me, it's like, what? Why do you care? But
Yeah.
that's social anxiety is real
That-
for some people.
That's one thing. The other thing I heard from I always sit in the crowd even if I perform, because I like to hear what people are talking about. And one time somebody was doing a bunch of crowd work, and the guy next to me was just a regular dude. He was like, dude, just start the jokes already. So some people actually like normal jokes.
Yeah.
Right? That's why they are there. In the
Especially
show.
now, like, I feel like there are so many more comedy fans that, like, I feel like there are more people out there that are like, I just like the jokes and the storytelling and shit.
I think it's a false positive because you are in it now.
Oh, true.
You
Good
know
point.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I work in IT. I always thought...
You're like, everybody loves computers.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always thought everybody loves computers. And then I looked it up. It's only like 3% of the population who works on the IT field, or even less.
Yeah.
Like, it's very small. Some people understand computers, but they don't like it. They just use it because it's a tool. And the rest of them just don't care.
Yeah.
It is very weird. And because of the comedy, like, they're like, oh, the golden age of comedy. I'm like, what are you talking about? It is now. The golden age of comedy is now. Everybody's doing it because we are in it.
Well, I mean, also too, like, I don't know, there is a lot of like, I don't know, there's a lot of shit out there, and like people are able to see more comedy, more easily. I don't know if that makes sense.
Sure.
So like,
Yeah, it is
Online?
changing.
yeah, like online and like just Netflix, and I guess like, I don't know, back in the day, like you have to like buy albums and shit, and
Right.
No,
it is definitely changing. I don't know if it's better or worse, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But people can easily access, and nobody's gonna sit through an hour-long special anymore. Nobody's gonna sit through other than
dude,
us.
even I have trouble with it. Like, sitting
You
through an
have to be
hour-long
really
special.
good too.
Yeah,
Especially now that I write comedy and I know my level, dude. If somebody is not hitting my LPMs, I'm like, yeah, you're done.
yeah.
That's how
You're done.
Hitting my RPMs. That's so funny.
No, the LPM laugh per minute.
Yeah. LPM. Yeah, it's,
I'm like, hey, it's 2 minutes. I'm not
you're
laughing.
like,
What's
bing,
going
bang, boom. Let's go. Yeah. Well, even then, like, it's just like it's an attention span thing too, because it's like, even if it's like a good, like the first 20 minutes, I'm like, I love this so much. Like, dude, Sam J, like 3 a.m, I had to like force myself to get through that because like I had seen it before. I knew I really liked it, and then I like went back to like watch it, and then I was like 20 minutes in, and I was like, well, I'm gonna come back to this 3 months later, and then I'm good. So I'm just bad at shit like that.
I don't watch anything at all.
Dude, you were fucking. I remember that about you. You were like a pilgrim. You don't like no
yeah.
TV.
Oh, we were talking about porn, right?
Yeah. No TV, no
I
porn.
don't watch porn
I
at
literally-
all.
you
Never.
were my hero.
Because you don't watch anything. You
One
don't just say,
time-
I don't
yeah,
watch
I don't
porn.
watch anything
You
at
don't
all.
watch porn because you don't watch anything else.
Nothing.
But you were like,
No,
but you're
yeah.
straight phone though. You have like
straight
that's your
addiction to
source.
the phone.
Ah,
Oh.
see, that's what I'm saying.
That's the problem.
That's
Also,
like-
you get
that's
the
like a-
screen time just
I'm
somewhere
getting
else.
it. Oh,
you,
yeah.
you have like
yeah.
crack house entertainment. You're like that's like
Yeah.
a mattress on the floor.
Yeah, I'm addicted. Yeah, that's why I'm like, I'm trying to not look at it and touch it right now.
Right.
So you literally have it on a pedestal.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
very
like,
funny.
That's my pedestal.
yeah.
not anymore, Imre. Yeah, but I don't think. Did you ever finish talking about the Adderall thing?
Oh fuck, Jesus Christ.
Remember you were saying how it's two different things: writing and performing.
Yes.
Yeah, but like the writing part of it, I mean, good God, like it's just so easy to just churn shit out, and like some of it, a lot of it can be dog shit, but like then every now and then you're like, you've written so much that you're like, oh, I have something here, but now that makes the writing a little more difficult, but it makes the actual performing and going on stage way less nerve wracking for me. I feel like it still is nerve wracking, but not in the sense that I'm like so scared I can't even speak. You know,
Here is what helped me with that.
Or so
because
worked up.
even up until like 2-3 years ago, I was not terrified to go on stage, but I was like, just what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Hosting an open mic
Help.
killed it out of me completely.
Good.
Not completely.
Well,
I'm
more
still like, for
stage
example,
time.
I'm doing the festival. I'm nervous, but for a different
Hey,
reason.
can we talk about the festival?
It's not gonna come out. I'm going tomorrow, but
Dude, fuck, we could still.
but
I mean, I'm
so
interested.
here's the thing. Here's what I'm terrified of. Right, you only have 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I've never done a 5 minute set. I don't know how long, because I'm always like, hey, how you guys doing? You don't have time for that.
Yeah.
Right.
When you're in a
Were you doing the
festival,
5 minute at the festival?
Yeah, you gotta do the
Ooh,
jokes.
yeah.
So they give
Where?
you 2 spots, North Carolina. So they give you, they give me 2 spots Wednesday and Friday. But I don't have time to goof around. I don't have time for crowd work.
Yeah.
I have time for jokes, and
But
that's a comedy club. So
But that's also
jokes.
an opportunity, though. That's like, I mean,
Sure.
well, like it sounds nuts, but like, I don't know. Me and Luik were talking about this because like he got the opportunity. I don't know. I feel like I should be talking about his life like this. A friend of mine happened to meet Dan Soder, right? And like he was talking to him for a while, and Dan Soder had said like, if you can just put together like a killer like airtight like 10 to 15 minutes, like a 5, then a 10, then a 15, it's like you can just go anywhere and you're fine.
Right.
And you keep doing that over and over, and then you have an hour, which is like, it's intuitive, but it's also like in the sense like what a great opportunity for you to like. I mean, opportunity is work, but like you could literally just have like, this is like perfect.
Yeah, right.
Perfect 5 minutes right there that I know is never gonna fail.
Yeah. So
Maybe
here's
not
the
never,
thing.
but
I don't have that because I have so many jokes. I was just going through my jokes yesterday, putting the sets together. I'm like, I have way too many jokes, but it's just an awesome problem to have. Obviously.
Yes, yeah.
But I'm like, ooh, I want to squeeze this in there. I want to squeeze. This is so funny. They're gonna love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's hard to pick. Plus, I want to jump between topics, and then I talk to.
Isn't that a nice feeling though?
No, it is a nice feeling.
Yeah,
But,
where you're like,
I've been in it for like 6 years.
you're like, they're gonna love it. Like it's like,
Yeah.
it's awesome. I don't know. Sorry.
But you know, I mean, so I talked to Joey, and he was like, when you do a festival, don't pick more than 2 topics, maybe 3, and because of. I'm like, I want to put like 5 topics in there.
Yeah,
'cause I
that's
wanna
my
talk about it.
problem.
Yeah.
So
I don't even have topics, brother. I'm just like, here's what you're gonna get. In
So
this amount
Well,
of
that's a
time.
good thing.
Yeah, I mean, well, because like, I don't know. They just kind of. I write about random shit. Like,
but here is the difference. You guys are Americans, right? You don't have to establish necessarily where you are from.
yeah,
With me, if you never met me before, you're like, what the fuck is this guy sound like?
yeah.
You
You're
know
like,
what I mean?
yes, I do
So
sound like
have,
Dracula.
I have to spend at least 2 minutes, 1.5, 2 minutes on, hey, I'm a foreigner. Isn't that silly? You know,
Yeah.
I'm from Eastern Europe. You know, potatoes. Haha. You know, just something stupid to get them used to the idea of a
Potatoes.
foreigner being on stage.
Yeah,
You gotta address it.
You're right about that. Yeah, I guess it's
Which
pretty-
is fine. I don't mind doing it. It's just I cannot just jump into the hey, I walked into this bar.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't know. But
Well,
With your
that's like-
accent, yeah.
I remember Wes saying that too on stage. He was like, he did like 2 or 3 jokes about him being in a wheelchair, and he's like, I have to say this because everybody's gonna be like, does he know he's in a wheelchair? Which like in itself is a joke.
right.
Also, I'm butchering his joke probably,
No,
but
no,
you know what I
right,
mean.
yeah.
Like it's that's a weird thing to have to do, and then it takes up like a good chunk of your time. Yeah.
I mean, that's at least 1.5 minutes, probably 2 minutes. So I'm doing that for an hour. I'm down to 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, I want to talk about my kids a little bit. I want to talk about dating a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
And then it bam, the 3 topics. And then I haven't even talked about abortion or killing babies.
Killing babies. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I think I have an identity thing problem going. Although it can be a positive. It's like I got my teacher set.
Mhm.
I have my set
Sure.
for white people. I have a set for black people, and I have a set for old people.
Oh.
And then it can present a problem, but it also can be a positive thing sometimes.
But that's great though. I mean, you have like a set where you're like, okay, if I go in front of this type of room, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, but
That's
then
pretty
it's like,
cool.
but like in this situation, what would I do? And then in my mind, if I don't have something prepared, like I really got to reorder shit. You know, like 'cause, you know, if you go to a comedy fest, who do you get in the crowd? Who do you get in the crowd? And it's like, well, do they want nasty? Like I did one recent in
Yeah.
Daytona, and actually I got to speak to some of the crowd before the show started, and they're like, "We want the dirty vagina jokes," and I was all prepared for teacher jokes.
Yeah.
So then actually I kind of fucked myself up because I was like, well, I forgot to do that one and that one. And then I ended up having a teacher in the crowd
Oh.
who was the dirty guy asking for vagina and dick.
Damn.
So I was like, I could have really done my teacher, and
Yeah.
if I just threw in a couple, I kind of screwed myself.
You know where it
Damn.
happened? I
So-
was doing a veteran bar. I was doing a veteran bar, and I was not doing my dark material. I was just doing, hey, I'm a city foreigner. And then the very end, I tried like a dark joke, and they lost. They were laughing so much. I'm like, oh my god, I should have done 5 minutes on just
Right.
dark
So
shit.
maybe, so you think we should test it out in the beginning, like throw out 3 jokes.
So here's what I'm
On
thinking
different
about
subjects.
now. When I write a set now, it's joke, right? I need to create a path. So here's a tester joke. If it goes well, I go this way, and it's a different set of
Yeah.
jokes.
Oh,
that's
this way, like
so,
a
yeah.
tree.
Yeah, that's a lot of
But it's like-
planning. And
I was gonna tell you, I was gonna be like, just say what you want to say, like in those moments where you're like, if I was in the crowd, what would I want to see right now? I feel like that helps. But
how
then,
I
like,
feel, or from the crowd feeling.
like I guess maybe like the vibe of the room plus what
Mm-hmm.
you want to say. But like, I guess for you, like you want to say whatever the crowd is gonna think is funny, obviously. But you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because there's that Jesselnick thing that's like, he went to like a college or whatever, which like, I don't know if this is advice per se, but like, he went to a college, did a college show, but like he didn't realize that it was like, parents' weekend and like families' weekend. So like there was a bunch of little kids there. There was a bunch of like
Oh, I've done
old
that.
men and women,
I've
and he's
done
like,
that.
I'm doing my set how it is. So
Right.
it's like I write this like a movie, which I don't necessarily subscribe to, but there is something in it where it's like, hey man, I'm me and I have
Right.
my own crowd, and
Well,
but I like the tree idea. That's great.
Here's the thing, because
Hmm.
obviously Justin like is highly up there, right? Like he's huge up there. So he built up the audience mostly for himself. So he can do that. Hey, I'm
Right.
gonna do this show.
He knew.
I'm gonna probably go bomb for 30 minutes because these are just parents. But guess what? Tomorrow I have another show. I have 1,000 people just there to see me.
Yeah.
So he didn't give a shit.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I'm
yeah.
not saying he does. He's actually a pretty nice dude. So I don't know if he gives a fuck or not. But
Mhm.
but you
No,
know what I
at
mean?
that point, I wouldn't give a fuck. At that
you
level,
don't give a fuck right now.
I'm faking it till I make it.
Faking not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I do give a fuck. I know I come off as I don't give a fuck. I do give a fuck. Like
No, you give a fuck
Trust
deeply.
me.
Yeah.
I still remember every people who did not laugh 40 years ago at a show down in
Dude,
Daytona.
I'm
You know
sorry.
what I mean?
I'm starting to notice that a lot more now
Because
like
it's so bad. And then sometimes they come up to me, you are really funny. I'm like, really? Because you were sitting like this the whole time.
Some people have
Yeah.
silent laughs.
They're not laughing.
I have
I'm-
a silent laugh actually.
I'm with you on that one.
But it's real.
Yeah. Well, because it's like it's not even like it's. I'm like literally like I could be like, that is a funny premise and punchline and tag, but like I'm just not. I don't know. It's just not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You got to be in
It's
the right
just-
mindset. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. It's like something to do with me more than the comic, but
Me too. I got
Yeah.
something. Yeah. It's like I give so many fucks that I don't want people to know it, so I try to come off telling my brain I don't give a fuck.
Sure.
yeah.
And it does help me though. It
Yeah,
helps
it's
me not. It
manifesting,
actually,
kind of.
manifestation, the self-fulfilling prophecy is real, and it helps me to not give a fuck.
God, we could
But-
talk about that for a long time, dude.
Yeah.
Did you wish
like that
yourself a
stuff?
bicycle?
Oh wait, what?
Did
Have-
you wish yourself manifest yourself a bicycle?
Well, look, I wish myself a mansion, and my parents bought it for me. So, just kidding. No, no, I don't know.
No, it's real.
I low key kind of believe in
I know it's real. I wish myself a bicycle. Guess what I have in the garage?
bada bing, bada boom.
A bicycle.
Yeah. Well, it is kind of like I do kind of believe that too, just in the sense that like, again, this has been said before, but it like with the manifesting shit, I do kind of believe it's like if you kind of set yourself fully into being like, well, I really would like to be here. You're gonna get very close, like if not exactly where you want to be.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So it's like I don't know. I was so terrified to be on stage as an example, and I'm like, but being a comedian is my dream. And then it's like if I could just be on stage, and then like cut to now. Like I was thinking about it on a walk the other day. And I was like, oh, it's nuts that I'm able to just go on stage and fucking do this. What? Say it.
You sounded like a 75-year-old.
Like, yeah,
I was
like-
just thinking about it on a walk the other day.
I was wearing my giant New Balance sneakers and compression socks.
I need some of those.
It was just funny the way on the walk the other day.
As I looked at the trace of my varicose veins down my calf, I realized, wow.
Especially in Jackson where you can't walk anywhere.
Oh, dude, no, fucking Riverside, beautiful.
Did you move to Riverside?
I've been lived there
Oh, I thought you lived in Orange Park for some reason.
for a while. No,
Are you doing a mic tonight?
no, I mean,
Which one?
Which one? I don't even know
There
anymore.
are 3 mics tonight.
what's the
Shanty,
third one?
we know.
Shanty, Rain Dogs,
Oh.
and I
Rain-
think Poker Face moved. The
No.
That is tonight. Poker Face is
The-
tonight.
I-
There's another one. I thought
I saw someone say it was canceled, but
Poker Face
I think so. Yeah,
today because I was like yesterday they posted we're on.
I'm pretty sure it was DB, but maybe that was like
Well, that's
Or
good. 'Cause then I
TDB?
can
Is
go
that his
home
name?
and go to bed.
Who's them?
TDB. He's one of the comics.
Oh.
Who?
TDB.
Say it one more time.
Look, his name is to be determined, but
No, that was the location.
Ah.
no, he's a nice guy. I like that guy.
Let's see.
I went to Lynch's pub.
You went to Lynch's? How was it?
Well, no, I didn't do. It was at 9 o'clock in the morning. It was Saturday
Oh,
or 10 or something.
so you just looked out the outside of
I
it?
didn't know where Lynch's pub was. I was riding my bicycle,
Yeah,
and I'm like, "Oh shit, this is where Lynch's pub is."
it's very funny. Like an Irish pub being at the beach is just kind of makes me laugh a little bit.
Yeah,
it's like
it's a very surreal,
from the palest people in the world. This Irish pub.
and that's where they hang out. So.
Yeah, we're just all pale redheads
yeah.
at
So
the
it's
beach.
canceled. So it's just Shantytown and Rain Dogs. I thought when did Rain Dogs? Oh yeah, no,
I
that's
mean, Rain Dogs
always.
is late.
I
It
was-
was good. I had a good set last time I was there.
I would do a mic tonight, but I am kind of feeling the writer's block thing where I'm like, I would like to actually get my shit together and write more. Like, I'm probably going to write after this.
Good. Yeah, that's one thing I don't get is these people, and maybe this is you guys. People just go and do the same set again and again sometimes. And me, I'm like, I don't care if my point is I'm trying to test out new jokes. And if it doesn't get a laugh, the next week I'm going to edit it, do it again. And maybe I bomb again and again and again. But some people are like, well, I need to show off that I'm funny. And this, I'm like, dude, that for me, it's like, I got it. That joke is put here in this drawer, ready for when I need to take it out. I get it. Throw in a funny thing so you get the audience. Oh, she's funny. And then try new shit. But what is it with these people that's all they ever do? The same set every time. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
what are they? I mean,
I think it's like maybe because to me for a while I was scared to do the same set every time. To where when I first started, I thought I had to have a new 5 minutes every time I went up because the comedians would get bored. But like,
I did that too.
Yeah, dude. I think it's like it just makes sense.
It's stressful.
To me.
Sometimes
Yeah,
like I don't even want to go
stressful.
tonight because like
yeah, and then that would stop me from going. So then I would just force myself to go. So maybe it's that.
I did that too.
But like, yeah, I don't know, man. I think like I don't even know how I treat it now because I'll go and I'll at least try to throw in like one new joke.
Yeah.
But like my writing process is all fucked because like
I'm fucked too. I'm all fucked up.
It's bad. It's like because like
I'm all over the place.
I'm trying to write new stuff constantly, but I feel like I don't really make enough space for editing. And
Oh
like,
my god. Yeah.
Sure.
because I could really focus
I
on some
know.
jokes and make them a lot better, but I kind of don't. And it's
Yeah. I feel bad about it
Yeah.
later.
like, yeah.
And not watching the videos after when it's like, oh, I had some, even knowing I had good
Do you
stuff.
videotape yourself too? Don't you? Like fully?
I never don't record.
I
I
always-
record every time.
I try to record my set just like audio.
no,
That's fine.
no.
I did that too. But
Well,
you already
yeah.
have the video, and if something goes viral, or you say something funny and you post it and it goes viral, then you're gonna miss out on the video.
See, that's another thing. I'm a little scared of being known still. Like the
Sure.
idea of people knowing me and like blowing up overnight is like.
All right. So, are you afraid of blowing up overnight?
Oh, you
Yeah.
mentioned fame before. Is
I-
that what you were talking about?
I have a massive fear of fame and success in that sense.
Fear of
FOMO.
No, that's fear of missing out. This is the opposite.
Fear of
It's fear of becoming successful.
yeah.
It's for show.
Yeah,
For show.
Fear of
I like it.
Fear of
Fobso. Whatever.
Obzo sounds like some kind of a, I don't know.
It's actually the medication I'm going on. But
I
Sounds
need
like-
medication.
Okay, so out of the three of us, I mean, I have some followers.
you're like, I need medication so bad.
I need
It's an
mental
ad-lib.
I mean,
health.
Flo, you are probably the most popular out of three of us.
You mean social media?
Social media.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh my
and it's
God,
so
yes.
stressful though.
And we are a distant second and third. I mean, that is like
Yes. I have like,
you have like 300.
followers.
I
or
have like
something.
150. Like
Yeah.
But I get why, because it's actually
But you
pretty
post
stressful.
so much.
I don't
You
post
That-
enough. I'm
oh
supposed
my
to.
God.
You're supposed to
No, have
every
you seen
day.
her timeline? It's like crazy.
You're supposed to every day.
Yes.
And when I skip a few days, I feel bad, but
But is that what you guys like?
Yeah, feel bad for yourself.
I feel
or
so bad.
What for
and
you?
I have
Or what?
thousands of videos and things to post, ready to go. But some days I'm just like, I don't want to fucking do it.
I'm so
good.
scared. Like I don't know what it is. Like because with the posting thing, it's like I feel like there's something about it where I'm like, there's also a part of it where it's like I have like a little bit of a natural. I'm a little bit rebellious, guys, but like it's like I have like a
I like
natural where I'm like
Put that in your set.
what do I have to be a slave to this? You know what I mean? Where
Yeah, it is.
it's like and it's
It
like
is.
it's like becomes a job where it's
It
like no,
is.
it's supposed to be fun and cool.
It's not.
but-
Yeah, but
it's not
what-
fun anymore.
Yeah, but what do you
No.
want to make out of it?
I'm
I
stressed.
want this to be my job, right?
That's true.
So how do I get there, right? So because I know what it takes. You're gonna be out of town almost every weekend. You are on the road, or it depends on what kind of comic you're gonna become, right? You're either on the road or you establish yourself and you go where you wanna go. But-
I mean, maybe that's why I'm scared of it too, is because it really does take dedication, and
It's
like
a lot of work.
as soon as I set out on that road, you know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, now I understand you better. Now that it's like, okay, all the responsibilities that are going to come with it. It's
Yeah.
like, dang, it's a lot. Am I ready for that mentally?
Yeah.
No, not really.
and then I have a relationship that I actually really care about and like want to foster.
You have a life.
So okay, it's just
Yeah, and, like, a
supportive
life-
because that's important.
Emily is very supportive, dude. Yeah, and like
Good.
yeah, so like
Good.
that's where like I'm not worried about it because she actually also runs her own business too. So it's like,
okay.
and she's like fully supports herself. So like,
With the business?
Yeah,
That's-
like What
does she
that's
do?
Amazing.
she's a florist, an event
Wow.
florist. Yeah,
Of what?
a florist.
What is that?
Flowers.
Okay,
That's
cool.
so funny. There
What
were
is
two
that?
other
I hope
moments
it's a
where
funny
I was
word,
like,
but only flutist came in. I'm like, if I say flutist, this sounds so.
she does. She also plays the flute on the side. She's amazing. But no,
Nice.
she makes a living out of
Yeah.
off of it. But that's amazing. I mean, that's the goal, right? That's the American dream. You start your own business and
Oh,
you
yeah.
make a living out of your own business.
oh brother, but she is fucking stressed a lot though. She is like,
Yeah.
yeah. But like, that is cool, and so it's also cool to be able to like, I don't know. She gets what it takes, and she also just like, I don't know. She's been with me for so long. She knows how much I want to do it. So it's like, she's very supportive like that. And we're probably also not gonna have kids, which like, sorry. I'm just telling my whole life here, but
Do it.
we're probably not gonna have
It's about
kids,
your
which
rest
is
of
like,
the family. It's not about your wife.
yeah,
No, the rest of the family.
gotta worry about my aunts. But yeah, no, we're gonna be like, we're just gonna be like kind of growing together forever. So it's like, I want her to fuck off. I want her.
We are both divorced.
I thought you said
yeah.
I want her to fuck off.
No, dude, that's a Freudian slip.
Wait.
No, but like,
Time for bed.
but I want like, I don't know, because like we both want that for each other. I think if I like had at some point been like, stop doing flowers and get a real job,
Yeah,
which you
right.
want, like, what, that's just so fucked. Like,
Yeah.
she wouldn't do
Yeah.
that to me either. So it's kind
No,
of the same.
that's amazing to find a partner that is, whatever
Supportive.
100% behind you, whatever.
Yeah, and I found her. It's gonna be very funny if we get divorced after this, or if we break up. But
Married and then divorced.
and yeah, married then divorced.
You're
Very
planning
funny.
it all ahead.
Dude. I'm gonna be listening to this like 5 years in the future. Like, where did it all go wrong? But nah,
Because
I
I
mean,
said
that
this.
goddamn
Yeah, yeah.
podcast.
The goddamn podcast. The
No,
first
yeah.
and the last podcast I've ever done. Comedy is done. I
I was-
lost my wife.
I was telling this is an embarrassing thing that I don't care is recorded, but I was telling Emery that she texted me and she was like, "Good luck on your podcast. Just be yourself," with a heart. And I was just like,
No, that is so sweet.
"It's fucking yeah."
I like that. Wait, you're embarrassed about sharing
And
that?
it's a little embarrassing, yeah.
Is
It's
that a
kinda
man
like,
thing?
It's not as embarrassing as
it
your
does
shirt.
make you kind of
No,
seem
just-
like a.
Because you'd have
It's an office shirt. This is a uniform.
saying that gets all the women on your side. So is it a man ego thing?
I don't know what it is. I'm
What
not
is that?
trying to psychoanalyze myself
Man
too much,
ego?
We're
but
going there,
that is-
Jack. I'm there.
fuck. All right, I have
Don't
to
you
look
think
down.
it's embarrassing
I
that your
live
girlfriend
there.
loves you and sends you sweet messages?
You know what? Yeah, but like I don't know. No,
Let's
it's not
go there,
embarrassing.
Jack.
Nah,
How do you
she's-
feel right now?
It is cool. No, I'm definitely not sweating.
Yeah,
Actually,
like,
I am
turned
sweating,
the
but that's
AC
just
I
natural.
turned the AC down. I'm like, oh crap.
Emery,
You're like,
you
great, the
always
fat
do
guy's
that,
coming over.
Emery.
We're gonna turn it down.
I want people to feel comfortable.
He turns it down to make you sweat so you can get
Yeah.
really into the shit.
Mm-hmm. They can't see it, but there's a spotlight on me specifically right now. So.
It is.
Yeah.
It's yep.
But it's kind of. I don't know how they designed it. This is where the table.
That's
Oh,
a
that's you got the
nipple
classic
light.
nipple light right
Yeah,
there.
the
Yeah,
nipple light.
Classic.
dude. Yeah, you can get light from it or like milk, whatever you want.
Yeah.
All right. So I wrote down one note: the age in comedy, regrets.
Oh yeah. All
Regrets.
right.
Oh yeah.
So what were we talking
Okay,
about? Because
well,
I'm lost.
I said a thing that sounded like a condescending compliment to you, where I was like, I think it
Oh,
is
yeah.
good where you, because like, dude, I would get so in my head. That's the thing. I feel like outside I seem kind of normal, but like inside, just fucking bullshit
all of us
all
are
day.
like
I
that.
think so, right?
Yeah.
Me too.
And, like,
yeah.
It like I was so worried when I was like just starting back up, where I was like, well, if I start when I'm 25, then that means I'll be 5 years in by the time I'm 30, and then my life is basically over. And like, sorry I looked you in the eyes while I said that, but then like you realize like as soon as you go into the scene, you're like, no, it's not over. Like
Right.
there's so much more to be gained, and then also you just learn more. Now that because I'm 27, and it's like I have friends that are like,
Just jump out.
dude, no, shut up. But like I have friends that are like turning 30, and they're like, oh, my life's like way better than it was
Yeah.
5 years ago. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm looking forward to that shit. And then also like seeing you, it's like you're living the life you want to live. It's like cool. You're doing
Is the
comedy.
football table and the beanbag chair?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You're like, he told me they can't see it.
That thing.
There is a foosball table that is taking up approximately 1/4 of his living space.
Yep.
And he was like, dude, it's sick. I got it delivered to me from Texas.
Yep.
And it's just like, that's a cool hobby that you have. I don't know. That's cool.
Hobby.
You're like, it's a lifestyle.
doesn't even
Professional
use it.
football player.
Wait, are we really?
No.
Oh,
No, he
okay.
doesn't even use it.
That's
It's
what I'm
just
saying,
there.
man. You surprised me. You have you're a man of many talents.
Thanks.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't call it a talent. It's more like I grew up in
Compulsion.
bars, and in the military we played football all the time because the ping pong table were always taken.
Were you in the Hungarian military?
Yeah.
Is it mandatory for everybody?
It was not
Oh.
anymore. It was back.
Not
in,
anymore.
Damn, back in World War II.
Yes.
All right, come on. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Look.
So yeah, the ping pong table the ping pong table was taken by the older soldiers who had been longer there, so they have seniority.
Damn.
So we could not play ping pong, which I love. I'm a big ping pong player. So we had to play freaking football.
I mean, it's like I had to escape America to come for a better life, but most of the time I played ping pong when I was in the military.
I mean, drafting is different. So we did the basic training, which is 3 months. I think is here too. So the short thing, and then they send you down to these smaller cities, sometimes villages, and you just pretty much just keep up the military stuff.
Damn, pretty cool.
I mean, I learned how to throw a grenade, how to assemble and disassemble a gun, like a rifle.
You know the
Stuff like
question that I'm begging to ask you right now?
Did I kill anybody?
Yes.
No.
Oh, man. Yeah, you don't seem like you killed anybody.
I probably could.
Flo, you ever killed anybody? Sorry.
Just a few.
Yeah. It's a
Back
pending
in
court
my
case.
day.
But it's that when you are in the army, you are so much in like you are following an order,
Yeah.
right? And I was only there for a year. So, but even then, they tell you something to do, you do it. There is like no moral questions of, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, dude, I work with a couple of guys who like they used to be in like the Marines and shit, and it's like, yeah, it kind of fucks with you a little bit. Like they're, I don't know, like there's a guy now, he's like growing out his hair and shit, just as like a little thing of rebellion.
Sure.
Yeah, it's like stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. That's all I have for that. Literally, all of my life is constantly like, you know, questioning and being annoying to my bosses. Where I'm like, do I really have to do this? Like, and it's just like some annoying call center bullshit. Whereas like. You're like, oh, I have to like load a gun and drive to. So I don't know. I don't know what the military does.
I mean, you know, like obviously it's completely different. I've never been to an actual war. We had simulated war, which is fun, whatever. But
It's Call of Duty.
like they were helicopters flying above you and stuff. But anyway, it's not my show.
Oh yeah, I guess you didn't see. Yeah, you wouldn't be in wartime.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a war in the south border. That's why parents are always worried, like, hey, they're going to take them down to be a bullet catcher or something.
Jeez.
Where do you guys write when you said you write? It's just at home?
You're at home. I used to go to coffee houses a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where I go.
Just because it's not a familiar environment. And I need that, hey, you know what I mean?
Yeah, to get out
I'm
of
more
it.
focused on the stuff if I'm not at home. Because here, let me
Yeah.
water this dead bonsai tree, right?
Yeah.
Or let me feed the fish.
I should really clean the bathroom.
Yeah, stuff like
Yeah.
that. I never have that, but
Never.
Yeah, you're like, also don't go to the bathroom here. It's pretty.
man, that bathroom is the cleanest one out of the three that I have because of the pot.
You have 3 bathrooms in here?
Yeah, isn't it crazy?
Incredible.
They
Wow.
way overshot. With
Yeah,
small
yeah.
design.
It's a townhome, dude.
Yeah,
It's
right.
3 bathrooms.
I have three bedrooms upstairs. I'm like, what?
Damn.
It's crazy.
Wait, yeah. What do you do with the other? Oh, I guess you have kids, so they
Yeah.
probably stay there. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I wanted them to sleep in separate rooms. One of them is a girl, the other is a boy, so they have to have separate rooms anyway.
I
But I wanted them. I grew up with my younger brother, and it was horrible.
Yeah, dude.
In the same room
Both masturbating. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
together.
I grew up with. I slept in the same room as my sister growing up, but like,
Yeah.
having to like once my eldest sister moved out, now it's just like different ball game.
Sure.
Like having to sleep in bunk beds sucks. Yeah.
Wait, you still live with your parents?
No. When I was a kid,
wait.
I'm sleeping in a bunk bed at 27. Fuck. Actually, just kidding. That's kind of judgmental.
You've seen Step Brothers, right?
Oh yeah.
Anything is possible.
So many room for activities, man.
That's such a funny movie.
Yeah.
Both
All right,
of
wait.
those.
Oh, what are we doing here?
All right, so we were talking about age in comedy
yeah,
and regrets.
age and comedy and regrets. I don't really have like regrets. I just wish I'd stuck with it.
Back in the day.
Yeah, but then maybe I could have been burnt out faster and then like fully stopped doing it.
Yeah.
I feel
so there's
like
that too.
So I definitely know when I started, there was a lot of young comics at Rain Dogs and stuff like that, and they're all not all of them burn out, but I don't see many of them anymore because they're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, no regrets, dude.
They have other
No
stuff to
regrets.
do.
Yeah, but I do generally too feel like I am glad that I got into it at this point because like I do feel like I have a general like I don't know like drive to do it in a sense where I'm like I would like to keep doing it. I would like to be like becoming more introspective and like write more complex jokes. Eventually have an hour when I'm like 10 years in or whatever. So
I mean, Goldman. I mean, you know who Gary Goldman.
Oh, yeah.
So he is
The Great Depression, Great Special that I
He is
watched all the way
my
through.
favorite writer. So one of his jokes, I think it's 22-minute long.
Jesus Christ.
A 22-minute long
I mean,
joke.
is it really a 22-minute long joke, or is it a chunk of jokes?
No, it's a bunch of jokes.
Yeah.
But the whole, it's just one story.
Okay. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
that
yeah.
is insane.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he's like, you laugh all the
I
time.
would love to do that. Like,
So, and my other favorite writer is Jess Onlick, who is just a classic setup
just
punch guy.
boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I want to do is like Jess Onlick Darkness, but Goldman branching into other crazy stories.
I like that.
and stuff
I mean,
like that.
dude, that's how, like, dude, okay, so I did watch another special that I watched all the way through was Sam Morril's new special.
Don't
I
know
haven't
him.
seen the new one.
You don't know?
I don't know anybody in
Really?
comedy.
You are like
No.
Prince.
I don't know shit.
Yeah, you're like,
Prince,
I don't listen
Prince
to music.
doesn't listen to music, or didn't.
That's so cool.
Oh,
Well,
Do you know who Prince is?
he's
I have
kind
the
of
shirt.
like a...
with him on it.
Do you know who he is?
Purple Rain.
Hell yeah. Do you listen to
Yeah.
music, though? Or are you like...
No, never did my whole childhood.
Who are you, man?
I don't know. It's weird.
That's
yeah.
so funny. That's kind of
Yeah.
cool. Keep it that way.
No, it's not
But,
cool.
like-
My parents grew up with music. I grew up with music all the time. So
Music
Yeah.
is helpful. Yeah.
Well, all right. So with the Morrell thing, he's kind of like a setup punchline guy, but like I don't know, man. Like the way he kind of puts them together, it's like you forget their jokes a little bit, which is weird because
I
they're
like that.
he's a very jokey joke guy, but then it's just like they're all organized perfectly by just kind of like by subject, and they flow so nicely to where it like does kind of feel like a conversation. Like I don't know, because like I'll watch someone like Stavros Halkias,
Yeah.
and like I like his jokes, but it's just like the structure is very clear. He is like, here are my jokes about this, and then here are my jokes about that. But with like Morrill, it's like kind of like weaving a whole thing.
I feel like Louis C.K. is like that. So it
Dude.
starts a story.
So
And it's just like crazy and like what is it?
Yeah.
It's like awesome.
okay, so you know that podcast, Hot Breath?
Yes, of course.
Yes,
Yeah.
you've done the thing where you help out with his like.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
still do it every day.
That's
Like,
awesome. Hell yeah. Well, he had on Pete Lee. Do you know that guy from Wisconsin?
Pete Lee.
Pete Lee. Yeah.
No.
And so he was saying basically that Louis C.K. told him once that I'm literally citing a podcast on a podcast. I know how that sounds, but
Inception.
he said, yeah. This guy I heard on a podcast once, heard from Louis C.K. that, but like Louis C.K. basically structures the jokes like improv a little bit. So it's like where you have like the story, right? And the last punch acts as the beginning of the next segment. So it's kind of like everything just ties in nicely.
Yeah.
And like that's kind of how I feel about him. It feels like there's no holes in it. It's just kind of like one.
Well, that's
smooth
another
thing.
that's another perspective, because some people say it. Some people just don't even believe that at all. They're just like, just go from one joke to the other, and it has nothing to do with it. If you just keep the laughs going, you don't need to. But I agree. I like how you can, if you can smoothly, really, it's a flow to it. But
Yeah.
you got other schools of thought regarding that.
That's true. I also like, maybe it's because I'm like, I might not actually end up that way. Like if I get to where I'm doing longer shit, I might not end up being that guy. But like I kind of have like I like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like I don't necessarily do one-liners, but I like them, and I think
Yeah,
they're
right.
fun. But like
if you're getting laughs, you're getting laughs.
yeah, and it's just like fun to watch too. Like
Yeah,
as
no.
like a fan.
I mean, I
But-
started out with just pure one-liners, and then I'm like, man, I have to write 50 jokes for a 5-minute set. It's like this crazy number.
I never did. I could never do one-liners.
And then doing like longer story one-liner, longer story one-liner, longer story.
Mine's-
So I'm trying, just trying to weave them kind of together. But
Yeah.
In a class, they had us do that. Like, oh, try to write these one-liners. And that was my biggest struggle. I'm just not good at. I'm like these stories.
yeah.
Which
that
class
come
did you take? Sorry.
Where it was the one-liners.
Derail it.
What was it? It was an online one.
There's so much to there. Well, no, I'm sorry. I derailed you anyway. I'm fucking.
No, I'm trying to remember. I remember I was doing injections. For like, I was sitting for several hours getting these NAD injections to
That's
help your
hilarious
brain.
already.
And I'm doing the class, and the lady's like, "Can you leave?" But I'm like, I'm in the middle of a comedy class.
Wait. You were getting the injections that you were taking the comedy class at the same time?
Yeah, because it's a Saturday morning. I'm gonna sit there for hours waiting for an injection to drip in me.
Right.
And
Sheesh.
damn, I don't know if it's post-COVID brain or what.
Damn. Did you just have it?
I've no. This was months ago.
Oh.
I've done a Jerry Corley in the past, but this wasn't Jerry Corley. This was, Chicago.
Second City.
Second City.
Not recommended. They are
Really?
sorry. They are
Very-
more for improv and acting.
Yeah.
It's
But you
not
like improv.
stand up. I love improv.
You just wanted
The
to do
comedy.
improv.
The teacher was horrible. I'm like, what do we do? Yeah, go ahead and write one lines. Thank you. I'm paying you to
Yeah.
tell me to go write one line.
It's just
How
like
the
a
fuck do I
teacher,
write
like-
a one liner? I'm like, I don't even know what to do.
Yeah, they're like, your homework is due. You're like, what? We're not fucking.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
not
gonna tell
recommended.
you guys a secret to the one-liners, and his name is Greg Dean.
Dean.
I have
So
the book. I think.
that was the first book I ever wrote on. I ever
I don't
got
think
on
I.
comedy.
Yeah.
Greg Dean's, and he's.
I don't think I read it. I don't think it was good.
I only read
think
the
I got-
first chapter,
and
which
shut
was
it
the one-liners.
Oh.
Then I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I got this. And I'm like, all right, this is pretty cool.
I don't think I made it that far. Is
That
it
is
a
the
pink
first
book?
chapter.
Is it a pink
Yes.
red book?
Well, I got it.
I
on
never
the,
opened it and never.
the
I think
Kindle.
if something turns me off, I just put it away.
So
Yeah.
there is a structure to the one-liners also, and he perfectly.
So I gotta open it
perfectly
up.
explains how to do them.
Okay,
Damn.
I guess
You
I
can-
gotta open it up
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Well, what's your tip then?
Read the book.
Wow.
You're like, I don't remember what he said. But,
No, well, there are a bunch of different writing techniques. I mean, his was one of them that I used. The other one was going through the news, find two words that are unrelated. Well, they're related because they're in a sentence, but seemingly
Yeah.
unrelated, and then try to find connections.
well, that's like that. That's like that old timey Mark Norman, like kind of
no,
joke
it's the same.
math.
Yes, it's the
Yeah,
same thing.
it's
the
awesome,
same
yeah.
thing,
I don't. Yeah.
But here's the
yeah.
thing: if your brain is not wired that way, I'm pretty sure you will struggle. Like
I'm
the way
not,
I
yeah.
struggle writing a full story,
Oh,
right? Like I sit down and I try to
yeah.
write a full fake story.
That's
Like,
Yeah.
my. See, that's what I do.
Do you write fake shit?
well, all of them has some
I mean,
truth in it.
yeah.
Yes, I mean, you know,
That's,
I don't know, but like when I hear fake story, I'm like, damn, you can just write shit that didn't kind of happen to you,
something happened. That's how the idea
and then
came
it sparks.
from.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm
Well-
just
That's
so
what
sick,
I
yeah.
write.
different schools of thought on
Right.
that.
Yeah, and then you have like perspective where you can like go into like, oh, this person, like if you have an interaction with someone, you can go into like their perspective versus yours, and
Yeah. Or I
Yeah.
just hear, like I go to a town center, walk around, and I hear somebody says something silly, and then I'm like, all right, that's pretty funny.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude.
It's kind of annoying. I don't know how many times at a comedy workshop with, did that really happen to you, Flo? Yeah. Like all my shit happened to me. The only thing is that sometimes I'll add something, I'll exaggerate, I'll
you gotta
extend.
fit.
Yeah, but
you
why-
have
Yeah.
to.
Yeah,
Like,
but
how
why
do
does
you?
it matter? Why are they asking if
I
it
know. I'm like,
happened?
why do you care so much if it's real? Yes, it's real because I know I have some crazy life stories.
I mean, just
but-
follow your Instagram.
Yeah,
It's
I'm like,
crazy.
what? Right? Oh, yeah, they did. Oh, that's one of my jokes over the summer. This guy, this old man, walks up to me and asks me, and maybe I don't know. I'm still formulating a joke on it, how to make it funny. I'm still working it out. But the idea is funny that he just walked up to me and he said he likes my nose a lot, and I'm like, yeah, and he goes, yeah, I'd love to put it up my butt, like your nose, and I'm
Somebody
like,
said that to you. On
yeah,
the
and Spike's like, did that really happen? I was like, I'll send you the link because what did I do? I got my phone out. I'm like, can you say that one more time, please?
That's crazy.
And
I
he's,
did
he's
see that,
drunk.
but
and
it
I'm
was
like, thank
he
you.
was seeing it in Portuguese, no?
Well, he said it. He speaks English too, so I had it English and Portuguese.
Oh,
So
because-
because Spike goes, well, is it English? I'm like, yes.
You asked him like sign a document too. You're like Spike. There's
Yeah,
this.
I know.
yeah.
I'm like, what the? I love Spike. He's helped me over the years or whatever. He's given feedback, but like, does it? Like you said, does it really matter? Like,
Yeah.
yes, it's real. It's
'Cause-
real.
Yeah, at a certain point, it's like
It's real.
I'm like,
if it like comes off as
All right.
convincing, like who cares? Like
All
you know
I
what
care
mean?
about now, show
Yeah.
me your nose, because I mean, okay,
That's
weird.
great. I mean, he could just
I guess
I
I got to
don't know.
do that on stage. I don't know where to go with
Yeah, I
it.
was
The
trying to
idea.
Oh,
like-
you want to turn this into an actual joke?
Well, I did, but I'm trying to figure out where's the funny because
Yeah.
the idea is funny, but I'm like,
I thought
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
like
he was
a-
gonna say that I'm Jewish, which would be a lot worse.
I could go that way. I
is
don't.
Emery needing to make a Jew joke?
Yeah, I don't go with the religious. And
No,
the
I know, but that's what I was
political.
thinking about.
You
No,
could
it's
go,
Jewish
like-
people.
I
you
know.
Well, there's like
I
a-
have a lot of nose jokes though, so that's my
It
self-deprecating.
is unfortunate that the thing that we smell with is also shaped like a butt plug. That's like kind of a bummer.
but mine is more specific.
Yeah.
Mine is really made for
No,
an
but that
asshole.
was the joke. What he just said.
Like,
But he said all noses are shaped for butt plugs. I'm saying mine is much more shapely for a butthole.
that's kind of good. Yeah, I mean, it's like
It's like Jack was saying that all noses are
Yeah,
butt
yeah.
plugs,
I'm
but
gonna
not
say
mine.
that tomorrow, Jack.
right, yeah.
Jack said,
Dude, oh my god! One time Bobby was doing a set for fucking, he was opening for Ali Sadiq, and he came. This was like right before I started doing stand up again, like officially. He was like, "Can I come over and just have you like? Can you help me like punch up a couple of things, like put it together?" And I gave him like 3 tags. 2 of them worked, and then one just like fucking really bombed. Like it did not do well.
Normal.
Yeah, I know.
That's
Normal.
actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And like watching someone bomb with my punchline, I'm like, I didn't say that shit. That's crazy. Like, what are you like? So yeah, my bad in advance.
No, let's see how it goes. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'm gonna like
What's
say
tomorrow?
that.
What's
See,
tomorrow?
Voussoir.
Oh.
I haven't been in since
Oh,
May.
I haven't been to Voussoir
of
man. It's so far
2024.
away.
I went there 2 weeks ago. It was okay. I didn't.
I'm just wondering who's sucking whose dick is what I want to know.
Last week they just canceled it.
Good.
So
Yeah, right.
Wait, they canceled Voussoir last week?
apparently I heard it.
They've actually canceled a Voussoir.
They canceled Voussoir.
What the
And
fuck?
there was a
Damn.
debate night, so there was not a lot of people.
Liberals are at it again.
What's the
Voussoir?
freak? No, but I mean they've kept that open for like hurricane shit.
Years,
They've left that
4
open.
years. Yeah. I mean, no. It's not canceled forever. No.
No,
It's
no,
not
I know.
canceled.
I'm just talking
But
about.
it's weird that they took a
never
week off.
canceled.
But
Yeah.
here is the question at the end of the podcast. We've been doing this for over an hour, right?
Almost 2.
It
Yeah.
feels very long, to be honest.
Well, we were supposed to end at 1 hour. We're
Yeah,
at
that's
an
fine.
hour and 40.
Cool.
So
Well, you can-
we
yeah.
always ask this because we have a bunch of new open mics, right?
Oh
Popping
yeah,
up.
yeah. This has
Which mic do you think is gonna be canceled next?
that's the whole. Psst, did you hear about the open mic
Oh,
in comedy
That's
in
not even the name of the
Jacksonville?
podcast.
It's the-
Robert.
That's
It's
not
the
it. I
drama.
fucked it up.
I'm glad that the premise of the podcast came all the way at the end.
yeah,
you just
it's
usually
not
throw
that
it in there.
important.
All right. So let me think. So if we go Shanty, that is
Shanty, you think it's
no.
gonna be
I'm
canceled?
going through them in my head.
Oh, okay.
Shanty is
I was
not
about to-
going to get canceled unless Joey blows it up because he's too tired. Rain Dogs is probably not going to get canceled. I guess.
They've been
I mean, they're
true and
like what 5
what's
years
that?
now?
Yeah,
10?
what's that
Yeah.
phrase? True and blue.
True and Blue. Or True
True.
Blue.
Why is it blue?
This blue chew. That's different.
yeah.
That's what I got mailed to me after the divorce.
Really?
Blue Chew, and I was like, "Is this
You
a
don't need
sick
it?
Wrong
joke?
address?
Oh, it's for me, and I thought it was for someone
For
else.
you?
Yeah,
Is that for girls?
I don't know. Anyway,
Just let me look at it. Bring it next time.
Yeah. He's like, let me just chew a couple.
Why don't you take it at the open mic tomorrow?
yeah, go on stage with a boner. It's insane.
I always go on stage.
Gotta get the audience's attention.
All right. Well, then what else is there? There's Comedy Zone Mike.
Mine and his.
Oh yeah, wait. What's yours is the monthly
Don't
one.
fuck around.
No, you're not
Jack.
gonna get yours
Jack,
canceled.
Don't
It's
fuck
monthly.
around, Jack.
It's
I've been around 2 years doing my open mic.
and
in
you
Me
have.
too.
Jacksonville.
You have.
Me
You've
too.
been
2 years.
Very steadfast. This is where I met you.
Every
so
week,
much.
comedy
June
zone. Rock
was
bottom.
my 2-year anniversary.
Hell yeah! Congratulations. That's never getting fired because number one, Ian owns that place. So
Well, it was shut down. That's why I brought it back.
oh
Well, it was shut down because there was nobody hosting it.
yeah.
Well, there was no audience.
Oh.
And you-
Alex was
You
running
built that
it.
shit.
Alex.
That's
I don't
also
think
that's
they
gonna
will.
bring people in too. So that's definitely not gonna get.
No,
I
we're
haven't
on.
been
We
there.
got people. We got a public now.
Oh
you got
shit!
Kava. All the Kavas seem to shut down, and something with Kava just doesn't.
I mean,
it's just not
honestly,
clicking all the way with
the-
comedy.
The beach cover has been going on for
Yeah.
a while.
Well, that's because there's
The
nothing
beach
else
Kava-
to do over there. And you
There's
got
a the new bowl.
They're
It's gotta
going there
be-
to drink their Kava. They're not going there for the comedy.
I
It's
feel like the Cabo one's not gonna get. It's not gonna do that because Jimmy is hosting it, the beach one, in
I don't
such a
even know
way
who Jimmy is. But
where he's you'll meet him. He's
have
a
I
good
met him?
dude.
Maybe I
Oh,
just
you
don't.
met him.
I'm
He's
bad
like
with
super
names.
young looking.
Oh, okay.
Long hair, surfer looking dude.
Oh, wait! I let him have 5 minutes on one of my shows once. He just showed up randomly. I'm like, "Who are you?" I'm
Tall
Louis' friend. Can I get
Yeah.
on? I was like, "Okay."
That's so funny. He used that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But
I usually pitch either Chris Buck or Marcus.
what? You guys are doing that? I
Yeah,
should
of
do
course.
that.
Yeah, that's what you
I
got
went
to
off
do.
to Atlanta, and I was like, "Hey guys, hang out with
Hey guys, by the way,
Chris Buck and Jackson."
I'll
They're
use
like, "Oh,
that.
come
Thanks,
in the
Imre.
middle." All right, so which mic do you think is gonna get
I'm
canceled?
just gonna ruin my reputation, man. right. Okay, which mic do I think is going to get canceled? It's definitely not your mic. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Maybe. It could be. It's probably not going to be yours because I feel like that is like nice for the people. Dude, when those people came and they were like, the show was canceled in there, like that was nice.
Oh, were you there for that?
I was there for that. It was wild.
Which one?
The Alcoholics.
We bought 2 cases of beer for a group of 20 people who were Alcoholics Anonymous.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I know. I'm drinking one of them. I think Jimmy took the other one.
Yeah.
No, Cam. I think Cam took the other.
Oh, is that what you're offering me? That's the same Bud Light?
Yes.
That's so funny.
I didn't want it.
I don't know. I don't think there's going to be a mic that's like canceled, but it seems like the Cobble one might just always be close.
Yeah. Dancing on the edge of
Yeah.
cancellation.
Maybe one of the weekend mics. I've heard about a couple of weekend mics.
Here's the problem.
There's a Sunday one.
As I said before.
Oh, the other Monday one, y'all. Remember we're like, there's another one with Sean.
This is not Monday. Isn't it Sunday, Mike?
Wait.
Sunday and Monday. There's one tonight. She posted a few hours ago. There's one tonight. Oh, or maybe is it a show? And yesterday was the mic.
Oh, Anna Lepley.
No, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no, that's just a random
that's
show.
a show.
I think that's a random show.
But there's another one that's at the same place at Gray Matter. That is a
Gray
showcase
Matter.
plus mic, which I feel like is a good
Yes.
idea.
Yeah.
Atlanta,
they do it a lot. Showcase and mic.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen.
Just put up the good comedians then.
Well, look,
that's what you
that's
want.
what it is. It's pretty much
That is what I'm saying. Like what?
Like they do an hour of. Good
I guess it's
comedy
good
and
for
then-
marketing to get people to go.
Yeah,
if
we
you
were
wanna-
also talking about that too, where it was like having like just a regular mic versus like, sorry if we're taking up too much time, but like having a regular mic, but like setting it up to where like, you know, one person we know is going to do good, one person we know is going to do good, so like it can keep the audience engaged.
Yeah.
Because like Luik's up in North Carolina, and apparently their mics have like roughly 15 to 20 audience members most of the time. So like he's like seeing all these people go up, and they're just like walking.
Yeah.
They're like, you know, saying like insane stuff, and then walking the audience members. So
Sure.
like,
I mean, we've seen that.
that makes sense. Yeah. But like, it seems like a good idea. But I also like the showcase thing for that reason, because you're like, oh yeah, all the polished stuff up front, and then like boom, open mic or stick around.
And mix around too. You can that's why some people. I feel like now the way I'm doing it, people sometimes get pissed.
Sure.
Like I have comedians come to me, but I was fourth in the line, and I'm like, well, you know, sometimes I got to make an adjustment because the last 3 comedians walked some people, so I'm gonna throw this person in here.
That's
right
a good decision. You can make the call an audible. I understand.
But
that.
these people really they look at it. So what I do now is I leave a little space for 5, 6, 7. I'll just put a name or something in case I got to put someone in there, because so they're not. These people get pissed off when they're like, I'm number 7, and I'm like.
Well, then also you have people who have to they have shit they got to do, like depending on the day. But
well, then I'll say, hey, if they ask the time, this is looking like 2 more hours.
Yeah,
you might as well go home.
Flo has like 25 people.
30.
Yeah.
There's like 30 comedians.
Oh my god,
every night.
you're like
Joey
a restaurant hostess. You're like, fuck. All
it's
right.
like click.
Joey changed the format for Shanty. Now you only have 4. If first 10 people gets 5 minutes. After that, it's a 4-minute mic.
No, 3 minute.
Oh, that's a cool idea.
Because there was
But
so
do you know
many people.
Not so cool.
These people
I hate that shit.
These people will go over though with me, and I'm telling them, no, you're gonna have to buy. This is what I started doing. You got to buy someone a drink if you go over 5 minutes.
Oh, nice.
Buy
That's
3
pretty
people
good,
a drink or something. Yeah,
That's a
Or
kind of a
you
good
can
idea.
you can plug in your music device somehow, talk to Ian, and play music over the thing. And
Ian will sometimes
that's right,
he's
that's
even feeling
Oh,
when
that's
it's
cool.
time.
Yeah, he kind of
But he'll let them ride longer if they're doing really good and they're hilarious. And depending on timing, I'll let it slide. But sometimes I'm like, we got like 30 more. We got a whole list of people. What were you gonna say?
I can't remember.
That's my fault.
It's the
my
perfect-
ADHD fucked up your ADHD.
No, dude, my ADHD. It's
I'm there with you.
We're combined.
Yeah, we're just.
It's a perfect ending. So thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Imre.
What?
The motif of us forgetting everything.
You're done.
375-year-old people doing podcasts.
Yeah.
Do you have any socials that you want to plug?
Well, there's my Twitter, Whack Putnam, which I just made.
Jack Putnam.
Whack Putnam.
Whack?
Look, I need.
I like that.
What's a Twitter?
I need help. I don't have Twitter. anymore. I deleted it.
I deleted it as soon as Elon Musk took over. I'm like, and I've been on it since 2008 when they started.
Shit!
I was like, hey, this was a fun run. Thanks, guys.
I just got off it because it's like, dude, I'm like, it was ruining me, and I was so addicted to it. Like I would just be on it constantly,
Twitter?
dude.
I
Yeah.
never got into Twitter
It's like you're so again.
or
you're my hero.
Snapchat.
That's I know I'm.
No,
definitely
I'm
not on
addicted.
Snapchat
I'm just
anymore.
addicted to other things.
Oh yeah, true. But like, yeah, Twitter was just kind of like it's very funny because everybody on there is like, you know, they're like very negative about life in a way, or like that was kind of the vibe. And my algorithm was just fucked up, so all I was seeing was the worst shit constantly.
Porn.
No, that's the thing.
porn.
There's also a lot of porn on
A
there.
lot of
yeah.
porn,
Yeah.
yeah.
On Twitter?
Oh yeah,
A lot of dead people in Brazil.
dude, that's scary
What?
too.
What
I
are you
don't.
talk- What?
They show it on Twitter. Like
They
show.
don't have a lot of like
I mean,
limitations, which is
that was
bad,
his
but-
thing. Elon
Well,
Musk
he
thing, right? Show
he
everything.
let it he
Yeah.
let it be a lot more loose, right?
Yeah.
Someone was just saying that the other day.
But yeah, so
Well, lose as long as you don't talk against him, because then.
yeah. But see,
Done.
now I'm at the situation where like which now my mental health is a lot better, but like I'm only on Instagram, and I was like, I'm kind of wanting to delete Instagram, but like I have to like have a following. My girlfriend has recommended that like I just whenever I'm posting something or whatever, only go on it on like a laptop instead of doing it on my phone. So it's like
a
a
good
lot
strategy.
better. Yeah.
That's it. So I don't think
Small
I have an
business owner.
addictive personality.
Mm-hmm.
So luckily, I can be addicted to certain things for a short, and then I realize it in like 2 weeks. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore, and I cold cut everything.
Dude, yeah. Well,
Like
I'm lucky in a sense where it's like I do have an addictive personality, but like I have in the past couple of years started catching stuff. So it's like I quit the nicotine, like I quit taking like my ADHD medication, which wasn't an addiction per se, but like that's a scary thing because it can get that way. So like stop
Sure.
doing that. And yeah. So like most of the other things I can keep at a moderate pace, which is
That's
good.
Yeah. There is nothing wrong with these as long as you use them. You know.
You just have to be careful because it also like it's not even like a judgment thing. It just does kind of start like fucking your life up where you're like, oh yeah, I'm like, especially with social media, you're like, I'm not having like a quality moment with like my parents who are older or my girlfriend, you know.
He's
How
older.
old is your parent?
My girlfriend is 65. No, I'm just kidding. She's 20.
No, your
20
mom. How
Oh,
old's
my
your
mom?
Yeah.
It's a Freudian slip. That's crazy. My mom is 66.
Okay.
My dad's 67, or maybe
They were responsible young people.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean I was an accident. The other two,
Ah,
before me.
irresponsible.
yeah, just two Jehovah's Witnesses.
You're the youngest?
Oh, really?
I'm the youngest. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we didn't even get into religion. All right. That's
Well,
why you were
you-
not laughing at my
well,
Jewish joke. All right.
If you're raised in it, you should talk about it.
I wasn't raised as a Jehovah's Witness.
No,
My
there's a-
parents.
Let him talk about
Oh.
whatever he wants to talk about.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Well, no. So
Fuck it.
I wasn't raised in it. My parents stopped when we were.
And you were an oops. And we were praying so hard not
I-
to have another baby.
Yeah.
And then you were born.
My dad apparently. So like my dad, like whenever he found out we were having a third kid, he was like, "Fuck," and then he found out it was a boy, and he was like, "I'm all right. It's pretty good." But no.
Oh, okay. Only boy.
Yeah, I know. But
Well,
come on, hey, wait a minute.
You said lesbian vibes.
I know
I'm gonna
that's
cry
how
to
I
my
learned it.
girlfriend about
it's
this
a
later.
callback from 2 hours ago.
Right.
From 2 hours ago. None of us can remember 2
Yeah,
hours
right.
ago. But like, yeah, I don't know. Also, I'm not trying to hold you guys hostage. You can call this whenever you want to call
Yeah,
it.
I
but-
gotta go.
Yeah.
I mean,
All
I
right.
live here.
That's true. Yeah.
You
yeah.
guys can continue this. I'm gonna go to bed.
All right. Well, yeah. What time is it?
All right. So
8.
plug your socials.
Fuck. All right.
We will never listen
No, wait.
to
You
this.
wanted to say something though.
Oh,
I wanted to say a lot of things and
Well,
forgets
no,
half of
yeah, I
it.
forget all this shit.
So do I.
Also, I'm coming off a crazy weekend. Anyway, my socials are Whack Putnam, and I need to change that name.
Oh, I thought you
No,
were joking.
I like-
No,
Whack.
I'm literally serious.
Start with whack. It's funny.
Whack is all right. I was.
Putnam.
Isn't that what jerking off is? Backing?
Oh yeah, it kind of does sound like that too.
Yeah, I don't. Is that
Whack
that's what
Putnam. Like go whack
It's
Putnam.
like Jack Putnam, but Whack.
Whack
He's whack.
Putnam. Go whack him off.
Yeah,
go
go
whack,
whack
off.
me off.
Whack off Putnam. Whack Putnam.
Yeah. I'm also trying. I'm thinking of changing it to Hack Putnam, but I feel like that's like
Hack
self-fulfilling
the whack.
prophecy.
It's too
Hack the
derogatory.
whack
Yeah.
Putnam.
I mean, Whack Putnam sounds good. It
I like
rolls
whack.
off the
I
tongue.
like whack Putnam.
yeah.
I like whack Putnam.
All right, we'll see how it goes.
I do.
Well, that's it for now. It might change.
Thank you.
All right, thanks for
Thanks
Flo.
for coming
guys.
out.
I
You had
appreciate
some
it.
good words. I didn't expect such good stuff from you.
Oh, that's such a lie.
That shirt.
All right.
All right, plug your
No,
socials.
but
Flo.
seriously though, that was good. It was
seriously another 2
I
hours.
like to talk about the comedy stuff too. So what
Yeah.
I wanted to tell you guys, Flow Funny, Gringa Loca.
So what is the Gringa Loca coming from?
Gringa Loca, crazy.
Oh, you
Gringa.
created a new account
New account for Brazil because I've been
in Brazil.
violated on Flow Funny.
In Brazil.
Violations. I've
So you
committed
can't use it at
violations.
all?
I can, but I'm very limited on things. Like I can't post certain
Is
things.
it the shadow banning or whatever it's called? Shadow
Probably,
banning?
whatever the hell. I don't know. But I'm screwed, so I need to start a new Instagram pretty much.
Dang. All right.
Fuck.
Like I could use it, but I'm limited. So it's like, what's the point? Like
Damn.
if eventually I get more and more and more, it's just gonna be worse. I'm gonna be more limited to do things. So
Yeah.
All right.
I can change Gringa Loca and put Flow. I think I did put Flow Funny on the Gringa Loca one to like get people to oh, that's her other one.
Right. All right. And my website is iamstandup.com. Yeah.
You need to change that still.
That's a good.
No, you need to,
I don't know
no, I'm
if
kidding.
it's good or not. It's a good brand name. iamstandup.com.
But typing it in is a
But
little
if
bit.
somebody says, "Hey, what's your social?" I am stand-up.com. They're like, "What? What is that?"
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's like weird. But anyway, let's clap
Thank
one
you,
last
Jack,
time.
for
Thanks
coming.
for coming
You're
on.
a
you.
cool personality. I didn't know.
Thank you for having us.
I didn't know about it.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Yay!
All right.
Oh.
Yeah, it's did you hear that? We got the lowdown on the streets where the talk's at. From the hood to Hollywood, we spilling all the tea. Ain't no secret safe, no, we bring the heat. We dropping names and we dishing the dirt. Psst, did you hear that? Spreading rumors like crack, ain't no turning back. We the real OGs taking it to the airwaves. Psst, did you hear that? Getting the scoop, all the celeb facts, you better listen up, cause we run this podcast.